All right. We were a little bit late, but we had some issues once again with our capture device playing nice with the Sega Saturn, just like anybody who bought a Sega Saturn in 1994 or 95 or whenever it came out here.
I think 95.
We're also eating dinner because we're starving.
Shout out to Hungry Howies.
Thanks, hungry homies. As you can see,
Talking to that middle mic.
Hello.
Turn mic on.
And we also have to. We didn't have a second Saturn controller, so we're actually using an arcade stick. So that's gonna be interesting for the second player.
There's a lot of Saturn controllers over there.
I couldn't find one.
They're all on the rack.
I didn't see any on the rack.
I couldn't find any on the rack either.
I see one just chilling up there.
Promise.
Yeah, on the very top shelf. You're too short for it.
There's two.
All right, so I lied. We don't need an arcade stick.
Yeah, we do. We'll make Todd.
We'll make Todd play with it anyway.
Yeah.
But I'll bring this over here just in case.
All right. Ooh man. That's the one thing I did not like.
And now Todd's back from feeding his nicotine addiction.
Did you lock the door?
Yeah, we are.
I couldn't stand these triggers on.
Sam, how's the sound?
Sounds good.
Good.
I think Dylan and I are just quiet because we're not close enough.
All right.
So yeah, tonight we're going to play some Sega Saturn games. We're going to go through some bad ones and some not so bad ones since we don't have any good ones.
Because there aren't any good ones?
We've sold out of them or they're
don't
at
exist.
home.
Or they cost $600.
Yeah,
Are
which
even the
some of us used to
$600
have.
ones good?
So you want me to boot it up?
Yeah, so what we're going to start out with is called Sexy Parodius. This is a Japanese import. If you're familiar with Parodius, you know that it's a shmup. It's kind of cutesy. It's based on the Gradius series, and it's a parody of it. Yeah, it's Konami.
Yeah.
Parody of Gradius. Hence
Parodius.
Right, parodiuscon.com.
That's still a thing.
It's a shameless
Yeah.
plug.
It was a shameless plug for the con that never happened, sadly.
All right. Is my sound good?
So this has some questionable things in it. However, it's not that bad. I played through it earlier. Thanks, Jillian. I'm glad you like the new sign. Hey, Greg. Wait, who's Greg?
Greg.
Who?
Greg.
Gregory? That Greg?
All right, let me see.
It looks really pretty.
So we're gonna play through. So one of the mainstays in Parodius is it's got animals that you fight or play as. Since this is Sexy Parodius, it's got some girls in some like bikinis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Japanese
Good
are
old
weird.
Japan.
Yeah.
Never changed. Japan.
There's just a lot of odd stuff in this game. I wish you guys could hear the sound. I don't want to mess with our audio settings because we don't have an echo right now. But the game has good music, colorful sprites,
Oh yeah.
and
Corn.
it actually plays really
Flying
well.
corn.
Flying corn.
So you drop a bomb every once in a while? That's cool. There's some milk shooting
So
out
if you
cows.
guys like shoot 'em ups, I
And-
highly recommend this one, and also just regular Parodius. It's on the Super Famicom. And for those of you who don't know, it's super easy to mod your Super Nintendos to play Super Famicom games. There's just some little tabs that you just kind of break at you and dribble them out.
You can also use a...
Or the Super Nintendo Mini, the mini one.
Yeah, the
What
mini
about-
one, there's a little plate inside. If you take it apart and just take the little plate out, then that works. But if you have just a regular one, you just pop those tabs out.
Can you
Lots
do
of
the same
physical.
thing with a Game Genie? Do you need to modify it if you have a Game Genie?
I don't know. I've never tried it. I would imagine probably not, just because the only region locking that is physical. So
Because you
Fun fact, there are 1,400 different Japanese exclusive Saturn games. That's how well it did.
really,
Yep, there are over 1,400.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Wow.
It did really, really well.
So wait, if there's 1,400 Japanese exclusive Saturn games, how many Saturn games came out in America? Was
5.
Was it even 150?
Maybe.
Let's see. I can Google that.
I'd probably say about 300 or 400.
All right,
Okay, so the
US.
64 got
I was gonna say
200.
250.
so the console is notoriously bad in America, probably because we didn't get some of them juicy releases.
Well,
It's
I think
because Sony gave
Well, not only that, it wasn't just Sony, but apparently the architecture and the way that the Saturn has to be programmed for is very difficult because they just kind of threw it together, and it has 2 processors, I believe, and that makes it.
Yeah, one process is
Really
graphics, one process is sound.
And
Right.
one of the historical things about it is like even I think I forgot the name of him, but at the time they were advertising the Saturn, but they were anticipating the Dreamcast, so they pretty much just gave up on the Saturn and just weren't really getting involved with it anymore because they're moving on to bigger and better things. Of course, the Dreamcast, but that's why one of the bigger reasons why the Saturn flopped too.
There were
So this is 2-player?
290 US titles.
Okay, so fewer than the N64.
I feel like it's
Yeah,
2-player,
close,
but
'cause
it's
they-
not
64 is
2-player.
296, so
It's not 2-player, but it says 2-player.
You have to select your player.
I go, we don't know.
We don't know. It doesn't matter. So
It's Japan.
so the games that are good on the Saturn, at least the US releases, are pretty expensive.
Yeah. Galactic Attack's good, and it's not too pricey. It's about a $60
60,
game.
yeah.
Maybe.
So out of like the really expensive Saturn games, what's good that you've played?
I really wish I would have tried Panzer Dragoon Saga when I owned it. I heard it's actually really good.
This was the first console you collected for, right, Tony?
yeah, it's the first ever retro console I purchased, and I actually never bought any games for it, and I got turned off from it because the games were so expensive. So I immediately hated it for that reason. I mean, it's kind of irrational, but it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
right.
a bunch of like for other consoles that aren't
Todd,
like
you're
these.
playing.
Where am
Oh,
I?
this level. So this is a level where it has a challenge within just beating the boss. You have to collect at least 300 coins.
Oh, which controller is
I
playing?
think you're the stick.
yeah.
Where am I? Did any of y'all see me?
You might be dead now.
Press start.
You were there, but
Player
I
select.
think you died.
Select player.
The player
I mean,
selects
you
at the
can plug
bottom.
in that controller.
The girl on the missile is really versatile.
and make your life easier.
All right, where am I?
You're not on. Select control.
Oh, okay, auto.
There you are. You're the pink one.
People in bathtubs.
All right, so there we go. This thing is the most squeaky arc. Who put that there?
That guy.
Oh my gosh, this is the loudest control. I'm humongous.
You're invincible while you're
You're
doing
a chick
this.
on a
Yeah, when you're humongous, you can just run over stuff. But
Let's shoot.
I suggest to keep tapping the shoot button so when you do shrink back down,
Wait,
you
wait.
shoot.
Oh,
So now we
wow.
have a stoned penguin
toilet.
with a weird body part that you're supposed to aim for.
This is the belly button.
Yep.
That's cool. In a Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz on the Wii, you have to fight a boss by hitting its belly button. It's kind of like a similar.
So avoid the
Don't hit the
bubbles.
bubbles, yeah.
What do the bubbles do? Like,
They-
All right, see, I thought that was a power up.
Yeah, so that is part of the challenge, is some of the enemy attacks look like power-ups. Also, you can recollect the bells for more stuff.
Yeah, the
You know
bells are good.
It's sad
Want
too
those.
because the Saturn looks like it displays like a lot of good colors.
I'm
It
done
does,
playing
it
this.
does.
Sad.
Oh shoot!
Here, plug in the controller and let me
I'm
get.
moving really, really fast.
Yeah, we found another controller, Todd.
Can you unplug the Saturn controller?
I don't
mid-game?
know.
See, the thing about 5th gen consoles with that, I wouldn't recommend doing that because you can actually fry the port that you're taking it out of.
I'm gonna fry your board.
On the
Especially-
5th, did you say 5th gen consoles?
Yeah, Saturn's 5th gen.
Okay.
Are you
Alright,
sure?
As well as PlayStation,
hey,
Nintendo
dude,
64. It
do
really
you
happened with
think
PlayStation
so?
though when you pull the controller out.
Yeah.
It messes up the port.
Dreamcast can do the
Slide
same
Yeah.
the
thing.
speed thing
Yeah.
all the way over.
Okay.
So I mean, like, I would whenever
And then
we're
you don't have
finished
to
with
tap
this,
it
I would probably
regularly.
just pull the
It'll go boop,
controller
boop,
out.
Yeah, my thing's got.
So the challenge in this one is to shoot 100 of the bears or mice or whatever.
The music's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, Clint, it's in the same universe as Twinbee.
This fight stick is horrible.
Sweet.
It's so squeaky.
It does need some WD-40 or something.
This is.
I hear that over there. That is atrocious.
This is bad.
Todd, what is the expensive shooter on Saturn?
Hold on.
Can you guys hear the joystick?
All right, so what were you asking?
What's the expensive shmup on Saturn?
something ray gun in it?
Is it a working
Oh,
Japanese game?
No, that's in Japan.
No.
That's Silver Gun, Radiant Silver Gun.
Radiant silver gun.
And then Hyper Duel as well is expensive in Japan.
Hmm.
No, Dave, we actually found some controllers. Tony's just blind.
Yes.
Oh my
Janet's watching.
stick.
I know.
This is horrible. And it's. Oh.
Oh man. Oh, y'all hear that? Let's pay attention to that for a minute.
Let's not. Just pretend it's not happening. That's what I'm doing.
Oh god. Oh man.
What is happening?
Don't we have a multi-tap for this? So that we can play Bomberman?
I don't know if we still have it or not. I know we did at one point. Well, that's another game that's incredibly good on Saturn in America.
David says he likes your hair.
Thanks, David.
We have a.
Oh, that's the Dave.
Yeah,
Thanks,
the
We have
Dave.
like a fight, not a fighting stick. We have like one of those like.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, no, we don't have the multi-tap.
But
That's not even me.
Bomberman in America supports
We
up to
chose
how
the
many
same
players? Is it
character.
12?
Mess me
I
up.
thought it was.
I don't want to
Is
play
it 12 or
on
is
the
it
stick.
8?
Is what, 12 or 8?
How many players in Bomberman can be supported with the multi-tap? Because you do 2 multi-taps put together.
10
It's 10?
on the Saturn version, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, look at that Medusa. Didn't we play a
Like,
game with
Either
her?
way, that's insane. multiplayer
Be
for the
glad, viewers at home, that you can't hear the noises that Medusa
Yeah.
makes when you shoot her. They're very,
Seductive.
yeah, like
Oh my god.
Skinamax-ish.
Oh, that's cool. You have to shoot her in the eyes.
Whoops.
Like I said, oh, Clint says 16. Sports up to 16.
16.
Wow.
I think he's calling Sam a liar.
I don't think he
Yeah, I
is.
think he is. I think he just straight up said you don't know.
This game, like I said, has some questionable things, but it's a good shmup.
Oh yeah.
Gameplay was good.
Whoa!
Whoa.
What am I supposed to do about
It
that?
would've
I
been
mean,
a lot better
the
if we weren't
gameplay is
playing
like
on this
most
terrible stick.
Konami shmups. All right, just run into her face.
Yeah, because you're
Oh,
huge
no.
now, so you're invincible.
I made her cry.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah.
I got too big.
Mission incomplete. Oh, because you didn't do the goals?
Yeah, so,
You didn't get
but
enough?
you get to move on to the next stage.
What happened to us playing Myst?
What is that?
I didn't want to put Tony through that torture.
People need to know about the Saturn. So we need
Well,
to...
Myst is not the one you want to teach them.
How about High Octane on Saturn?
What?
We got plenty of games over here.
No, I mean, we got to play the bad games.
Well, let's talk about like some rare games on the Saturn. Like, what about is
Oh,
Daytona
a good
one?
game is pretty rare on the Saturn.
Magic Knight
That's
Rareath.
Yeah, this is
Anything working designs.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
working
Yes.
designs on Saturn.
Only because they make like beautiful artwork.
the Daytona USA.
Netlink edition.
yeah.
Of course, Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saga's
We've
up
had
there.
Saga.
I think Saga will always be considered the number one.
Because it's like the number. It's like the rarest good game and one of the very few good games for the US library.
I've never seen it played, so I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah, Dylan, we never saw it played.
I
Well, the-
know.
The other ones are on
Dang,
rail
what you-
shooters, and that one's RPG, right?
Yeah, it's not an on-rail shooter like the other ones.
I'm
It's
glad
an
that you
RPG.
stopped playing.
So you don't have to.
Yeah, because that squeaking was obnoxious. I think we need to grease that up or something.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Open it up and just get in there.
Street Fighter Collection is on here as well,
Oh yeah, that's.
and that's a
expensive.
really good port of
Ooh,
it.
Die Hard Arcade.
Yep, it's a good game.
So good.
I actually got a copy over there.
There's the Mega Man
I mean,
games
I'll
for
admit,
Saturn are
like the
pretty.
PlayStation.
All right, so
1,
Clinton looked it
some of
up.
that 3D stuff just looks bad, but
Okay.
on the Saturn,
You
I
see
just,
it?
Mm-hmm.
It
It
is
looks worse.
10.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
It is 10 players on the Bomberman.
yeah. Clinton says he's
Sounds
the
right.
liar.
Ah,
Matthew, this is your favorite console?
Oh, you're going to hate what I have to say.
Well, well, Matthew, why don't you tell us what some good games are for most people? Like, because I think the problem with the Saturn is the games that tried to do the 3D stuff failed at doing the
Yeah.
3D stuff. But as far as 2D games go, it blows everything else out of the water.
It looks really
great. Yeah, it
good.
looks
2D,
awesome.
hand-drawn sprites look amazing.
Yep.
Sounds great. But other games where it looks like someone just like vomited up a bunch of triangles and you don't really know what's going on.
yeah, like mist or something.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, how many polygons can we fit on the screen?
Like, okay, I'll be honest. If it's games like this, I would probably import like one of the Japanese Saturns because number one, the Japanese like they love making colors on their systems. Like we just pretty much got like regular black systems over here. They had the
Go
Oh,
higher.
I love him.
you know they had that white Saturn.
It took
and
you
has, like,
this
the
long to
multi-
get to this level?
Man. And also, they got a bunch of like shooters, and you don't need to read the text. So
All right, so he's right. He says
no,
knights.
don't shoot there.
Matthew says knights.
Is he flipping me off?
Yeah. But don't shoot the lower portion. That's why it has an X through the shoot thing.
Oh,
I don't think you're supposed to shoot him in that area.
'cause it's not nice.
So knights is a good game.
Knights is a good game, especially with a 3D controller.
That
Yeah.
controller looks so good.
Well,
I've
the
never-
3D
It's like a predecessor to like the Dreamcast. I feel. A little bit.
Yeah.
It is, and we've never been able to figure out if anybody at home has a 3D controller. There's
the
a
thing that pops out of
there's
the
a
back.
clip on the back, and you can detach the cable.
So it's wireless.
Wait, then there must have been an adapter you could buy with it.
There wasn't.
Panzer Dragoon
I
is
did
expensive.
Find
What was there,
some
Zwei?
failed patents.
Panzer Dragoons,
Oh.
Zwei, and
Like for like a
regular
third-party
Panzer
one?
Dragoon.
You think?
Panzer Dragoon, yeah.
For what?
For like a third-party adapter?
No, there was all
Some of
kinds of
those kinda
stuff where
look
you could like
bad,
plug
though.
it into a racing wheel or other stuff.
That's why the cord can detach.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
Supposedly, I found like 26 patent entries for what that port does on the controller that the cable detaches from.
Well, that's like how we were wondering earlier whenever we were hooking this up, the secondary port.
Yeah, the
Like,
COM port.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that means.
I don't know anything that hooks up to that.
I feel like every time they put out a console, they put on these little ports and
Like, just
possible
in case.
expansions
Yeah.
just in
We were
case.
busting out the GameCube last week, and you were like, you're looking at it for, like, what
Dave,
is
there's
this?
actually one more Panzer. Do you have that one?
Supposed to do that.
Do you have Saga?
I don't think he has Saga. I think he has Zwei and number 1.
And then you need Orta on the Xbox. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
do it.
Got him.
There you go.
Ooh.
Am I getting close to the last level?
I think there's 5.
There's only 5 levels in this game.
Yeah.
Ooh, if I beat it, will that be my Saturn game for the year?
So there's
There might be
the-
6 actually.
Could be.
Rich treasure.
Okay, so
There
there's
is
a
6,
few
there's
different
6.
models. Japan got the Hitachi Saturn, the V Saturn, or the Victor Saturn,
All right, I like what Clinton brought up.
and then there's the White Saturn. that's like
Clockwork
pink.
Knight.
There's a second one.
It is a
too.
playable game, but it looks terrible.
We'll fire that
Greg,
up.
you need to get regular Parodius on the Super Famicom.
There's a
It's kind of
Parodius-
like this, but less sexy.
there's a
PSP as
Parodius
well.
on the PSP too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah,
actual
Not a
game
big
you want?
fan of the
Oh.
Saturn.
It's also on
Actually,
PC Engine.
I'm gonna touch on that. Right now, we're playing on a Saturn where we have a Pro Action Replay cartridge in the back. You can get them on Amazon for like 30 or 40 bucks, and it's a cheat device like a Game Shark, but it also allows you to play imports. On top of that, the Saturn had these cartridges that had internal memory, so you could save stuff to them, but also a RAM expansion, much like the N64. So games like Street Fighter Alpha, I believe, or Street Fighter versus X-Men, picked up a few frames of animation and whatnot, and it helps with gameplay, so it doesn't stutter as much.
How many coins are you gonna get? 300. Okay. Oh.
So if you
Lord
get a
and Savior
Saturn,
David Michael's watching.
I really, really suggest that you get a Pro Action or an Action Replay, because it gets you the RAM expansion and everything all in one cartridge, and then you get to play all the cool imports that Japan
You
got.
see who's watching?
Yeah. Hey Dave, I see you on there.
Dave.
How are you feeling this morning?
Right?
Yeah.
You'll always be my baby.
Oh man.
This is like making me want to play some of the imports.
Yeah. I really want to play Radiant Silver
Like,
Gun.
I would only get this console again, but just for the 2D stuff like this. That's all I would. I
Well,
wouldn't
that's
really.
the fighters on this are really good. The 2D
Yeah.
fighters.
So I
Yeah.
feel like
And
that's
X-Men
kind of
Children
what
of the
Neo
Atom
Geo
is
CD was accomplishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no BS polygons
Exactly.
in Neo Geo CD. I never noticed that about my 3D controllers. Just looked, and sure enough, the cable comes off. Yep, David.
Yeah. I was super confused when it happened. I thought I broke it, and I was like,
So what do all those coins do for you?
it's part of
mini
a challenge. Yeah.
Oh, so you collect all of them, and then it's like a bonus at the end of the level or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan, when you go into this boss, this part's tough. You want to let the bells come back to you and get the one that makes you big. So the green one. Get the green one.
Oh, no.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Shoot the
emulated
bells, though,
the
they change
Saturn?
colors.
I haven't
Oh,
emulated the
get that,
Saturn.
Come to me. Come to me.
I've never tried.
Got it.
Yes.
Has
And
anyone
he's
here?
big.
Anyone here emulated the Saturn?
No.
No.
All right, keep holding your fire button in case you get small, because this boss, basically, you want to kill it as quickly as
It's
possible.
the Dreamcast
And
logo.
Don't fall for the coins
I'm not.
when it spits them out.
We're fighting the future.
The brief future, but
Yeah.
the future.
It's kind of what Sega did when they ended the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, now get the coins.
All right, so like I was gonna ask, whenever you're moving along, is it like side scrolling? Like, are you continuously moving to where it's a challenge to get those coins?
Yeah. So, well, not in that particular section. In the boss fights, you remain in one
Yeah,
frame.
But what I mean is like whenever you're moving through the level, because I saw you can move back and then you can go forward. But
So this is the last level.
Yeah. This is a bonus stage, so avoid the enemy, but keep shooting. So get those little things.
oh my goodness.
So basically, you're harvesting power-ups right now, but you don't want to hit the boss or the enemy.
So David Michael wants us to talk about Guardian Heroes.
Oh yeah.
Is that the same one that's Mystaria?
I don't think so.
This is awesome.
So this is the final boss.
Is anyone here collect religiously the Saturn stuff?
Did I just beat the game?
No.
Ah, what is this?
Like I said, this is a bonus
What's
stage.
this Freedom Turkey?
Just keep shooting him.
Oh my gosh, it is a Freedom Turkey.
Shoot him. Kill him as quickly as possible.
Actually, you better not. That's America right there.
Well, it's funny how he's in a Japanese game and they're shooting our mascot.
Oh, no!
Oh, Dylan! Get all the bills. Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up.
I got the big one, I think.
Yep. All right, this part's kind of tough. They're going to spread out in a second, and their teeth are going to come at you.
I need to stay big. Stay big. Stay big. Stay big.
Oh.
You're not- shoot.
I'm shooting. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Shoot the. I wish I had power ups.
So wait, is this like this is a real Japanese import?
Continue.
That's cool.
I'm beating this.
How much does it run?
Sam, what does this cost normally?
I don't know. You did that trade.
I don't remember. I want to say it's like a 60.
Yeah. It was.
Our buddy Daniel
This
just
is
brought
the
it back
last
from
stage?
Japan. Yeah, this is the last stage.
Well, let's talk about that. How much?
So you
are
have
imports?
200 seconds to get through this stage and defeat the boss. And it's tough.
Do you know how much like the average import like this would be if I were to?
I want to say most of them are under $100.
How much are your games?
Depending on what you're looking for. However, there are some expensive ones like Hyperduel.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave just named some off. 3 Dirty Dwarves. That's a good one. In the Hunt is also on this.
I forgot to talk
Yeah.
about. I owned that game on
Galaxy
Saturn.
Fight is
Oh,
the one I
Power
was trying to
Slave,
think of.
Wait, there was Mysteria.
That's no, it's a shmup.
In the Hunt was kind of go at your own pace.
Yeah, to go at your own. It's more like Metal Slug in a submarine.
Yes, absolutely.
Uh,
David Michael actually turned me onto that game. I bought it for my Saturn. It was the only game I played on my Saturn.
Galactic
What's it
Attack is a good game.
It was an amazing game.
Power
Didn't look good
Slave.
on it, though.
It's an
is-
album by Iron Maiden.
Well, not only that, you're wearing an Iron Man shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Power Slave is a first-person shooter with like a fantasy storyline. It's actually a lot of fun. But if you play that, I suggest playing it on a CRT or getting an upscaler. Shoot that center section.
I know. I'm just trying to get some power.
You better hurry. This is the level that destroyed me earlier. I got decently far, and then it was just failure at the last
No.
second.
Hey, Todd, I just remember you owe me money for mechanized attack.
Ha ha.
You can do it.
Well, what do we agree on? Like $12? How much is mechanized attack?
Like a 15er.
All right, $15.
Shoot, get through there quick.
I'm trying.
All right, watch the guys that are coming behind you, so shoot that center section as fast as you can.
I'll tell you what, the Dave, come on up to RadJunk. You can collect your money here. I'll leave it with them.
And bring your Legos.
Yeah, bring all the Legos. Are we going to go raid Toys R Us
That's
to get
why-
some Legos?
That's why I want to. Like I don't.
All right, you're going to get 3 sections here. Shoot them as quickly as possible because this section sucks.
So the
Like,
goal
it sounds
is-
dumb
is
going
you
into
don't wanna
20 years
die.
old. I just want a big stupid Lego set from Toys R Us because I know they're going to be.
All right, go,
Get
go,
rid of that
quick,
stuff.
quick.
Is the PVM in the shop? Yes.
Yes, the PVM is in the shop.
It looks good.
I mean, it's whatever.
No,
Tigers
it's
Magic
awesome.
doesn't have one.
Oh my God!
Ah,
You
what
have
is
30
that?
seconds.
There's no way.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
So much going on.
20.
There's no way.
Tap Y. It shoots
Oh,
faster.
Get the big one. Get the big one. Did I beat it?
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
come
what
on!
is this?
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my gosh.
Wow.
And that's the end of the game if you don't beat the time limit. I don't know how you're supposed to get through that
Wow.
level without dying.
All right. Does that mean the game is over?
So it rolls the end credits because you died in the last stage. You didn't want to go through
You
the
don't
sweet
wanna watch
cuts?
the sweet end credits?
High score.
Woo!
Does that mean I win?
Enter your name.
It means you broke it.
Cool.
Man, I gotta say, Japan just does stuff like with way more colors.
Oh, so close to beat my first Saturn game of the year.
Vic.
I was hoping I'd get. Like,
Thank you for playing this game.
Yeah.
So polite.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, Konami.
Hey, that wasn't in Japanese.
I just realized all the texts in English.
English.
Yeah.
So was that.
All right, so what's next?
For Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Black
Here.
back over here.
No, it's at all.
Let's play Sonic R.
Sonic R.
Since a new Sonic R is coming.
Here, wait. Yeah,
maybe.
power it off.
We don't,
and then
yeah, it's
you can,
not
like,
going to
plug in
be
that
Sonic
controller.
R. It's going to be
Sonic
Sega
R.
All-Star Racing.
Yeah, plug in that controller.
They have the R.
Hey,
So what?
Sam.
What if it's not?
Here, will you throw that up?
Yeah, just throw it away.
Yeah.
Just toss it.
Yeah, things squeak.
Just beat it, beat it. Oh, you can't
So what do you guys think about Sexy Parodius?
I thought it was
Rosalind,
awesome.
you missed it.
It was some highly pixelated sexiness.
It was.
Parodius is awesome.
I'm kind of changing my mind a little bit about the Saturn, but only the imports.
Yeah, only the
So-
imports and the 2D games. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you're not playing a 3D game, it's fine.
Yeah.
Also, my Saturn needs a new battery. I know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But like all of them do.
I know. This is one from home.
Is it the Saturn or the Dreamcast that you have to solder the battery into?
The Dreamcast.
There's a solder that battery?
Yeah. The Saturn, I think you can just plug it in. I might
Yeah,
be
you-
confused.
No, you take off the back port on the right side.
The VCD
and, yeah,
port.
You just slide a new battery in. I don't know what kind of battery it is though.
I think it's a 2032.
No, we're not cheating.
I'm actually looking up Hitachi Saturn.
We're actually playing with the Hitachi Saturn controller.
Oh yeah.
Is that any more expensive?
I think they're about the same,
Slightly.
honestly. It might be like a $5 difference.
So this is like one of the
We
variants.
used to have a
It's,
really
like,
sweet
kinda
clear one,
gray.
and then I accidentally sold it to
Nick,
Nick.
you jerk, you got my clear, rare Saturn variant. So I have no idea about Sonic R, other than I played a demo of this at Toys R Us when I was a kid.
Never played it.
And I
Here we
didn't
go.
understand what the Saturn
I've
was.
never
Is
played
this an
it.
expensive game? 40.
Hey, go to.
GPS.
There you go.
I
Two player.
honestly
Two
don't
player.
Weird.
Knuckles versus.
I guess.
Normal or
I mean,
five balloons. Let's
it's
go with
like-
normal.
To drop the money on this
Weren't
would
very
be
good
like
options.
dropping the
Maybe
money
Tails.
on like an
I'm gonna
Xbox
be
One. X.
Knuckles.
Yeah.
This Resort Island looks fun. Let's go to the first
Yeah.
level. All right.
Now, this is one of the games on the Saturn where the polygons don't look awful.
We still note them as polygons. But
True.
Oh god.
you see, like, look at how good this Victor Saturn
Looks so great.
All right, let's go.
Oh.
Ooh.
So we just run? We're just running. Why?
Whoa.
What is
Whoa,
happening?
You just totally fell off.
Okay, never mind. I take back everything I
Ooh,
said.
This is.
This is
This
tough.
makes me want to vomit. Oh god.
Oh man, I keep.
Buy that right now.
I mean, I could, but I don't. Look at the box,
Oh
dude.
my god.
I don't think I'm doing it right.
These controls are
This game
really
looks
bad.
terrible.
This is.
Oh my gosh, do y'all hear the music?
Yeah, some lady singing.
Oh, this. I actually really like this.
Oh, I'm drowning.
I mean, I don't like the game. I like the
Yeah, I
music.
can't
You're
get
going the
back
wrong
on.
way.
Can we turn up that
You're
music?
going the wrong way, Todd.
Well, we don't want the sound to echo. Is what
Wow.
we're
This is really.
There's like a lady singing like lounge style.
But it's like
I
Asian.
really-
It's like the Mario Odyssey song.
Yeah,
or
it
Persona.
is.
Or Persona, yes.
Now the real question: is there any cheese bread left?
saying. There is.
There is, but I can't get it to you right now because
Oh wait, the
eyes are-
game is glitched out. That's why it looks bad. Look at this thing.
Is it
Is it
because
the
of the
game?
action replay?
I think it's because the action
No,
replay.
it's not. I think this is just the game.
This game is just
No, look
Yeah,
at
it
that
is
thing
Saturns.
spinning. That is not right. I mean,
Free shipping.
Okay. As anybody that's actually played this game, can you tell us if this is
That might be.
Read the description.
correct? Is it supposed to be all rainbowy and stupid looking?
We'll pop in too.
Because I don't eat. And the controls are just
When
float.
is not
This is.
any others not producing these?
this is
Oh
really
Oh my God,
floaty.
just swap them.
Whoa, what just happened?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay. That's.
so you could have one working Saturn for $60.
Yeah, I hope they don't remake this game. 'Cause this is trash.
A white one too.
That would be.
They had a
cool.
picture of a car in that ad though.
I mean, that one's kind of yellow, but I mean,
I mean, just stay on
would
the.
use that.
Just swap
path.
the shells.
that's gonna go on my watch list.
Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to look. Look
Yes,
at
it
the
is.
look at the ground and pop in. And
I
all-
think the action replay wouldn't cause that.
Yeah, it would.
Can I go in here? I can't go
Yeah,
in
it's
here.
not supposed to look.
I
like
think it is.
I think this
No.
game's just bad.
If it is, they need
Get
to
like a
like
controller for $20.
that. No, because look, it's pop
yeah.
in.
release a patch or something.
I know,
Yeah.
but I think the pop in is because the game is just broken.
No, look at the blue crap.
What's
That,
popping?
Yeah,
Popping
looks like
music.
Rainbow Road.
There might be some.
Yeah, look at
It's
that.
right.
There's
go to,
no
go
way
to a
that's
different
supposed-
level.
Okay.
Nobody's watching.
it's gonna be on a different level too.
We'll just retire. See, Nathan says that's not how it's supposed to be.
Well, pull the action replay. Turn it off. Pull the action replay. Restart.
No,
it.
we'll just play it like this because this game's garbage.
I would.
Man, that looks
Come to RadJunk and buy it.
Cause see, it doesn't look like that on the
I might actually do that.
other
That's what I would
screen.
do. I really don't think the action replay would cause it.
I think it
I
would.
don't know why it would. Select your character. I'm gonna try a different level.
Okay,
So I'm
whatever.
guessing you have to unlock the characters, like unlock more characters. Cause you can like I saw you could get Eggman.
What is it reflecting?
It's like
What is
It
it?
says
say?
loading.
Oh, loading.
yeah.
What?
That's an odd design choice, but I'm here for it.
It's like the crystal skull of Sonic.
See, this one doesn't look janky. This one looks.
Pop in is terrible though.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because it's on 2-player.
Sam.
Get out the way.
I can't.
Two-tailed
The
freak.
controls
This
are
game
so
is
bad.
terrible.
Now, wouldn't you have loved to get this for Christmas?
Oh.
You know, I'll be honest. If I got this for Christmas, I'd probably still play it.
Yeah, I probably would too.
I would too.
Oh, we
Until I
wouldn't have
got
known
good-
any
until I
better.
got good at it.
I mean it.
You know what's really
But
bad?
then you go to your friend's house who got a 64 with Mario Kart.
And you're like,
and then
wait,
you're
I've
like,
been duped.
Oh, I'm gonna
I've been
call
gypped."
CPS.
Damn you, Sega.
I can't tell what's going
They
on.
don't even have carts in this one. I just have to run.
Where's the blue shell?
They're endorsing being
Ah.
outside.
Are they though?
This game is.
I mean, if you're playing a video game, then no. But
Jump on that.
Jump.
Jump
they're
on
like,
it.
oh, Knuckles can run. I can run.
Boing.
I mean,
Like,
then
it's
again, I
supposed to
guess
be
you play.
going
you
Lex
play
makes
Grand Theft
racing
Auto.
and platforming.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I
idea is
don't like
cool,
how it just loads the level as soon as you like get up there. Like it loads a part of the map.
It's because it's going so
It looks like I'm
fast.
underwater the whole time.
I just can't control it though. Like it's just so floaty.
It is extremely.
Is that what
fun.
it is?
Yeah.
It looks like it.
You see my.
You touch it like a little bit, and you're just.
Wait,
kinda,
who's Tails?
I am.
Oh, okay.
So is the objective just to win the race or to collect rings
I
or both?
don't-
Oh no.
Where the heck?
Shoot.
Like,
Hmm.
you touch it, and you're going like whoop,
Oh, is that what happens?
whoop. Yeah.
Dude, so I'm just
Whoop.
running randomly through the thing.
With your woes.
Can't you wait for this to come out on the Switch?
How much does
Yeah.
this game cost?
You have to pay
45.
someone.
It's 45, and there's no manual, so
You might as well buy Mario Kart for the 64.
You might as well.
I'll
just
pay
throw your
45
Saturn
for
in the
someone to
garbage.
take this.
All right, I'll
But
take it.
it's Sonic.
I'll take it.
Without the manual? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
60.
You're gonna just take $45 for free?
Yeah, Todd, you're the manual guy.
You're the manual guy.
Phil, turn up your headphones. The mics are picking us up fine.
Yeah, Phil.
Is Phil talking crap?
Who's Phil?
Shut your mouth.
Phil's the guy with the cross track.
Whoa!
Whoa!
So fast!
Bro, I'm
This
drifting.
game is terrible.
I don't know what I'm.
Pass me the cheese bread.
I feel like I've done the same lap over and over.
Yeah, because you have.
All right, guys. There is something on eBay right now. This is a Japanese Sega Saturn Virtua Fighter promo jacket. It's a gold jacket for $600.
Oh my god, I would
Buy
buy
it
that
now.
right now.
And it has free shipping.
Sam, I'm buying the jacket.
What size is it though?
Let me leave this.
Medium, extra small.
Triple XL.
If it's from
But in
Japan,
it's a
you will
medium.
not see a.
I've determined that in Japan, an extra large is a medium.
That's medium.
Because I may or may not own a Real Bout jacket and Neo Geo shirt.
Thanks, George.
Okay, so in the
So when does
description,
this end?
there is no
We're
size.
just
So.
It doesn't.
gonna collect coins until
Well,
my
maybe
eyes
three.
bleed.
Maybe 3 laps
Look at that.
until you get 1,000.
Oh my gosh.
Until my eyes start bleeding.
Oh wait, here we go. Yep, that's in Japanese. I
Clint,
can't
if
read
you want the PVM to be accessible during trade night, I will set it up specifically for you.
Where am I supposed to be going?
I don't even know where I'm going. This game is terrible.
Ugh.
Can we stop now?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here for.
Wait, real
I'm not
quick.
playing this
Can you
anymore.
reboot it and just go into a single player game?
I want to try a single player.
Yeah, that's all you. I don't know.
Boot it up.
I want nothing to do with this ever.
I just want to see if the pop-in's any better on single player.
Let's see what happens. Back to 1994. 4-5.
Pre-Tony.
Yes.
Those were the days.
I'm watching from in. Oh, Phil's watching us from inside the shower.
I've been watching Phil inside the shower.
What is going on right now? We have our first viewer from the shower that we know of.
So
All
last
right.
week we had New Zealand. This week we have the shower.
Excellent.
What's next?
We must not even be that good of a show.
This Maggie? Oh, they got a car.
Jeez.
How
What
come
is-
they get a
What?
car?
No!
Why does she get a car?
No!
Because she's probably not fast.
Just got her driver's license.
Oh, Sandy.
Wait, go to the first.
No, just do it. It's a Nike.
Copyright infringement. Watch it.
I gave
How
them
do you
credit.
go?
Just push forward.
Okay,
Dylan
here we go.
Clark watches Todd in the shower.
That's my boy that plays Destiny.
Don't lie.
Do you guys still play that?
I watch
I-
people watch Todd
Oh, it's
shower.
me versus people.
All right.
Wait, someone watches me watch people in the shower?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
god, these controls are terrible.
Gosh.
Told you.
Yeah, I still play Destiny.
Get on my white tails.
38, but 30
Not
shipping.
hardcore. I get on and play
But I scroll
PvP
through,
occasionally.
And there's that.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, there you go. There's that
Look,
transparent.
this
That's the
one's
one that I
actually
had.
half here though. Supposed to.
Whoa!
Apparently, Tony is David Michael's favorite character on our show.
Good because he's DLC.
Yeah. We
You
had to
gotta pay
for
extra.
him. He came in a loot box.
Whoa!
Look, the
Wrong
pop-in's not
direction.
as bad on single player.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, this level doesn't look as bad as that.
Yeah,
big
you
level.
just jumped
Yeah.
to 5th place, by the way. by
Sonic's
doing that.
running like he has peg legs.
Yeah, he's kind of like waddling a bit.
Yeah, because now you're actually racing.
Clint,
and-
I can give you a tutorial on PVM stuff.
God, the controls are terrible.
Told you.
What place am I in?
Fifth. Last.
Ah,
Dylan, are you over it yet?
I mean, wait, I want to pass somebody. I'm too competitive. Get on my way.
Okay, now turn it off.
Mean boy.
All right, new game.
Yes, please.
Oh, I was winning.
You weren't.
Nobody playing the Saturn is winning.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Oh, where's that bag with the Tums in it?
Behind you.
With the old man
Do
chalk.
do Clockwork Knight. Next.
Oh,
I'm not playing Clockwork Knight.
Alright. Clockwork.
I play over E now, bud.
Who? What?
Your boy just had a stroke.
We're gonna throw in Clockwork Knight so people can see.
Oh, he's probably
the
playing
grade.
Overwatch.
No, I'm
Overwatch.
just kidding. I figured that's what he meant, but
He's playing Overwatch now.
it's not.
I play Overeat
Here's
now.
a whole lot.
Let's buy them right now. What's
Alright.
shipping?
Free.
Seriously, let's buy them.
$190 for 11 Sega Saturns. There's Japan and US ones. Actually, no, they're all Japan. They're all gray and white. Never mind.
How much is shipping?
Free. $190 for 11. You're banking on probably.
You want to go
One
halvesies?
of them working.
No, I want nothing to do with this
How
console.
about you and Sam go halvesies?
I guess they want us to play.
You know what the
Daytona.
funny thing is? They're probably stupid
No.
dirt cheap in like some of those Japanese like game
Oh,
stores.
you know they are.
But online.
If they release that many games for it, they're probably like PS2s are over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Like, this is ridiculous. How many? I mean, they have some of the same like.
Pepper Row Chow.
Oof, some of
Pepper
these-
Chow.
I don't know what it is about Japanese consoles, but they're so yellowed.
Can you not?
Whoa.
Oh, we up in Betsy's room? I wonder if Betsy's hot.
Betsy's room. Okay.
Oh, this looks so bad.
Gosh.
This is.
That's the overworld, though.
I understand.
Like Donkey Kong Country.
Or
Except-
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Except for Freddie Mercury.
See, it's not like.
It's not that bad.
Honestly, I
It's
thought Sonic-
awful.
No, Sonic R was way worse.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
of
Oh yeah.
course,
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like
Clockwork.
It's like Toy Story with Nutcracker.
Yeah, but you got to think.
Yeah.
If this was 1995 and you saw
Yeah,
this.
no, you'd be like, what?
What am I doing with my
You
life?
gotta get these two Dreamcast shells.
I have them.
No,
Like
'cause
that.
do you guys remember when the PS1 came out and it looked so cool?
No, because Sony sucks.
Because
Remember when the
I remember.
PS1
You
came
watch
out and Tony wasn't born yet?
Oh, good
Oh.
old days.
Good old days of not existing.
Yeah.
Remember when the Super Nintendo came out and Sam and Tony weren't born yet?
I was born when the Super Nintendo came out.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, well, I wasn't, so I win.
Came out in 90.
One.
Oh yeah, no. I
No,
guess I
it came out in '90 in Japan.
Yeah, but America. That's the Super
The one that
Famicom.
matters.
Same thing.
Yeah, the Super
Well,
Nintendo was about what 6-7 months prior to me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
None of us were alive
guys
when
were
the NES
toddlers.
came out.
Year before me.
2 years before Dylan, I think.
Aren't Dylan and Joe the same age?
Dylan, are you
Don't.
86 or 87?
7.
No.
Tail end of 87. So I'm still a pup.
Still
Don't
a
say
pup.
that.
But y'all were born before the Genesis, which was
Yep.
'89.
Terrible console.
Do you guys remember buying
Yes.
new Atari 2600 games at KB Toys?
Absolutely.
No.
Duh.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, those are the good old days.
Do you remember hating yourself so much you started collecting for Atari 2600?
Matthew,
way to throw
no.
away money.
I was born in 86, and I'm the oldest one here. The NES was my first console, though.
Mine-
NES was my first console as well.
The Super was my first console.
No,
GameCube was mine.
Oh.
Yep.
what?
Yep.
Oh.
Now, to be fair, my family was poor, so,
So
we
was
probably could have had a
mine.
60,
Yeah.
we could have had a 64.
Wait, what?
Bro, I got a Genesis in like '94. Yeah, you want to talk about?
I mean,
I got a Super Nintendo.
Eventually, I
after
had
the
a
64
64,
came out.
like a Toys R Us like gold one, and then my brother traded it for a Zelda. You know those like Zelda DS lights, the gold ones.
How do you feel about this?
No, it was bad. I felt betrayed.
I like it. Oh, I could have done a long jump there and gotten points, I guess.
Yeah, but the GameCube was my first console. Then we got that 64 from a friend,
This
and
ain't
then he
bad.
traded that. So.
Dave wants to know what our favorite video game publisher is.
Working Designs?
Victo Kai.
What's yours, Tony?
Abercrombie and Finch. Finch.
Fish.
I would probably
No.
say
Garfunkel.
Treasure
Treasure's good.
and Natsume.
Seriously bad games.
Yeah.
I would say Working Designs. They just make a lot of good looking stuff.
The Dave says SNK.
As he
Someone
should.
said Crapcom.
I like the old days.
Capcom is fantastic.
The old days of Rare.
How about the
Yes.
old days of Konami? Old days of
Yeah.
Konami.
Like old
true.
logo Konami.
Yeah, like NES, SNES,
Yep.
Konami.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like this game.
Contra Konami.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
Castlevania
good.
4 Konami.
David Michael says ha 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 ha.
Who's David Michael?
Our Lord and Savior.
God Emperor David Michael.
Look,
Treasure
blocks.
is the developer.
Ooh.
Ha!
Look at Dave with the technicalities.
Ha!
I bet you Treasure has published something. We'll see.
You know that Victor Kai is still in business?
Yeah, they do electrical work in Japan.
Fiber optics.
Yeah.
And Sega makes pachinko machines.
That's Konami.
And Sega.
Well,
The Dreamcast.
Seems like a pretty neat little platformer.
I mean, it's not a bad
I
game.
like it.
I don't think it's bad at all.
How much
There's a
is it?
second one too, isn't there?
$30. Yeah, the second one's more like an 80-ish, I think. But
Yeah, Treasure was founded by former employees of Konami.
How do you get in there?
Sweet family.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo was a good publisher too. Yes, they were.
LJN for life.
Here we go.
Yeah. I
Or not
love
that.
Yeah, look at the games they developed. This is pretty good, though. So they got Light Crusader, Guardian
How much
Heroes,
does Joe sleep?
not enough.
Never.
Radiant Silvergun, Bangayo.
Wait, they published Radiant Silvergun?
They developed it.
Oh.
The Radiant Gun of Silver.
Sin and Punishment.
Mm.
Sylphid, The Lost Planet.
Terrible
That
game.
was a bad game.
Bad game.
And it was Treasure and Working Designs.
Yeah.
Working
Is
Designs
that the
published it.
PS2 one?
Yeah. Ikaruga.
True.
Is there a way to get
I knew that.
Gradius 5. Bleach, The
Jump on
Blade
the
of Fate.
blocks.
I'm trying. Oh, I'm pushing.
David says he's got to go with Konami or Sega, so tough. Capcom, Nintendo, so tough to decide.
Yeah, Rob, we ship worldwide.
Rob's
RadJunk-
last name is Kawasaki.
Rob used to have a really sweet Skyline.
So publisher.
Atlas.
No.
Boo.
Boo.
Alice is like the
Sega's
Majesco of
good.
JRPGs.
Oh, whoa.
Sega's good.
Wait, what did you just say?
Whoa.
I said Atlas is the Majesco of JRPGs.
It's true. I've been saying that forever. They're like, Atlas is like, oh, we do things. No, you don't. You just put your name on some JRPGs and then bring them over to the U.S. You're not good.
They actually developed a lot of
I mean, nobody likes Persona.
I do.
Okay.
It's a good game.
So wait, are there letters you have to collect? Did I miss that?
Ooh, I got a 1-up.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's how you do it. It's like a long jump. It's like a
Who is y'all's least favorite publisher?
uh,
$5 to everyone that says Atlas.
the Destiny people.
Bungie?
Bungie?
Yes.
Why?
'Cause they
I
waste
just
so
I
much
need
money
this
on
in my
that
life.
game.
Tony,
Did
buy
they?
that right now.
They also
I
didn't
can't
publish
find
it.
That's the
Another bad
problem.
I
Also
mean,
So right
didn't-
now
they
I'm
didn't
looking
publish
at
it.
a Simpsons. I'm looking at a Simpsons
Activision did
limited edition
Destiny.
360.
And
It's
Microsoft
for
did Halo.
it's for the release of the Simpsons
Oh,
movie
boss
back
fight.
in the day, and it's just a yellow console with Homer Simpson's face on it. I've been looking for this console forever.
Wait, what
This
is that?
isn't. It's a limited edition. Like when the Simpsons movie came out, the 360.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
oh
want it.
my god.
David Michael says that's the perfect analogy, Sam. I don't like IDOS.
Wait, is it like EI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
But Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider was okay, but IDOS, like, they made some bad games.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with
I think Tomb Raider was the only good game they made.
was it
Put out.
Oh,
Yes.
what is the one that made all the Wii games?
that's what I was saying.
UFO.
You,
Deep
You-
Silver. Deep Silver.
Deep Silver's made some terrible ones, but Deep
Oh, hey, childhead.
but Deep
What is going on?
Deep Silver also published Fritz Chess.
Oh.
Hold on, I'll tell you a bad one.
You have that
the
game,
hell
don't
is
you,
dude?
Dylan?
Yeah, I do.
No. This is a bad one. Crystal Dynamics.
Ooh.
Let me see this.
Yeah. No,
In-
you're right.
What about Interplay?
Interplay.
Interplay's made some
That's
okay
some
ones.
mediocre stuff.
I can't think of any, but I feel like it's not
Oh,
the worst.
they also did Total Eclipse.
Of the Heart?
Yeah.
Oh. If you want to throw up, play Total Eclipse.
EA can die. No, EA is probably one of the greatest in all time of publishing and developing, I'd have to say.
Because it's in the game.
Yeah, I mean,
EA has had their moments. Don't get me wrong.
no, EA is the greatest of all.
They make a lot of money.
They're successful because their games sell. If your games sell, 50% of the time it's because they're good. The other is hype, and you disappointed everybody. Like with Battlefront or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I bought it. It was disappointed twice.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad, but it wasn't great.
I think it's the front one.
I bought it just to play the story.
Dave says he wants his mechanized attack back because you like EA.
What was that? You may win double or lose it all. Double your
Gambling in a child's game.
Keep your eye on the box.
Let's-
Oh,
We're going to talk about some of the games EA did.
Age Tech does make some good stuff.
Y'all ready? So back me up here. Burnout.
Great game.
Army of Two.
Mediocre.
I liked Army of Two. Battlefield.
Not bad.
Madden.
yeah.
I mean, if you like,
Mass
Boom.
Effect.
yeah,
That was lucky. That was skill.
Need for Speed.
yeah,
You win double or lose it all.
Plants vs. Zombies.
meh.
Titanfall.
I like Titanfall a lot.
The Skate series. The
Skate-
Yes.
Please bring Skate back. EA, if anybody out there is listening, please, for the love of God, bring Skate back. Devin says Midway has some good ones.
I mean, Midway
I
made
agree with
Mortal
that.
Kombat, so that's a good one.
One more time.
I mean, there's just an.
What are
On-
some older games that EA made?
They did the James Bond series.
Did they do the original Star Wars Battlefronts?
No.
I think they did.
I'm not sure on that one.
They did the Star Wars Old Republic.
Medal of Honor.
I mean,
Oh. Man, I'm good at this. All right, we go.
Yeah, I mean they did KOTOR.
I think you should play it safe.
yeah, I'm just saying, man. They did that.
Yeah.
My favorite game of all
Because you
time
bet
is
five
made by
all
EA.
five of them, so.
Which is
Kingdoms of Amalur.
yeah.
She was like the lucky call.
I'm just saying, no, EA is
Somewhere
amazing.
At the safe spot.
Candy Kong.
Candy.
Oh, no. Look at that disc drive.
Mm.
She kind of had like a Shantae kind of look about her, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, EA is the GOAT.
NBA Live 96 is EA's greatest game, says Clint.
NBA Live 2004 is the best one.
NBA Live
It's called-
06 because D Wade's on the cover.
So you know what? My favorite basketball game.
He was on the cover of 09.
No, I think it's 06.
My favorite basketball game is actually done by Sega,
Which is
and that's the 2K series.
Or no, 09
Yeah,
might
2K
have
is
been,
good.
Gilbert Arenas.
2K series in any sport genre pretty much takes the cake.
I've never played a what's their baseball one?
Yeah.
Put in the original.
Which
Yeah,
one,
let's
EA?
do Daytona.
MVP Baseball 2005.
No, what is Sega's?
It's MLB 2K.
Is it?
MLB 2K?
Yeah.
Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
back in the day?
Yeah.
No, MVP Baseball 2005 is where it's at.
Ouch.
I played so many
Ken
hours.
Griffey Jr. Slugfest.
That's a good one.
Cal Ripken Jr.'s baseball on Sega Genesis.
No. All right, who wants to play now?
Kenna says
Daytona.
SquareSoft over
You-
Square Enix.
Yeah,
Debate.
you and
I don't like Square games.
What did they ask?
Squaresoft.
SquareSoft or Square Enix?
The Final Fantasies, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana.
Blur, 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 blur,
And then
blur.
Dan says Virtual Fighter 2 and Daytona USA on Saturn are awesome. We're about to fire up Daytona right now.
This
Yeah,
is the
but that
Netlink
Kingdom
edition.
Hearts came after like
Yeah.
Square Enix
They merged.
became one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
David Michael says Kingdoms of Amalur
Yeah,
was a
totally.
shit game by EA. Changed my mind.
Oh, it's accurate.
I haven't
Dave,
played it.
how many of those games did I sell for you?
It doesn't mean it was good.
How many were returned?
I'll play.
Oh man.
What's the difference between arcade mode and Saturn mode?
Saturn mode is just more polygons. Let's do it. C to choose, dude, not A.
No, I'm not paying
Yeah,
attention.
because choose starts with C. Tony's over here about to buy a Panasonic Q or a PSX.
Ooh.
These are
Oh, man.
PSXs are so
They,
much.
ne- they
Apple
never
Pippin.
work.
Never.
FM Town Smarty.
What was the system we found games for at the thrift store one time and didn't buy? Emerson. It's like an Emerson console.
Advance Wars, Dual Strike, is the worst game of all time. So that should change your
Oh,
mind.
this game looks terrible.
Oh my gosh, the mechanics are good.
Better than Sonic?
Oh shit! Yeah. Got my
That's
way.
not how you race, bro. You're not supposed to hit the other drivers.
And Robin's racing.
Go.
Do it for Dale.
He just pulled it down.
I looked like Dale for a second.
R.I.P.
Too soon.
Is it too soon?
No.
Were you even born when you?
Bro, you remember that Diamond Rayo song that was so sad? Like, oh!
The Dave says I should sell Tony a pink PS1 case
Oh,
mod.
your car's damaged.
I'm looking at PS1 case mods right now.
I have some in the back. I have that one.
Really?
Yes.
Oh god.
Where is it?
And then Nathan says, "Do I have any Dreamcast shells?" That's a secret. I might. And Devin says, "Shot fires by Todd."
Look, it's like kind of bouncing a little bit.
You have one?
I'm just saying.
Your aerodynamics
Yeah.
are
Where?
shot.
Hold on, I'll grab it.
Please, I want that thing.
What do y'all consider the worst game of all time?
Toys
I
on
hate-
the Super Nintendo.
I hate Time Lord.
You know that's my least favorite game of all
That
time.
is
too.
the
Well,
worst
it's not a
game
game, that
of
was-
all time.
to tell you guys. On my Twitch stream, I figured out how to defeat Time Lord.
What? Breaking it?
You-
Okay. Before
Action
so
replay.
anybody who caught us playing Time Lord on stream at one point,
what the heck is going
Dave
on?
already used the pink Dreamcast shell. Saturn mode adds more cars and the ability to race without a time limit. Oh, okay. But in Time Lord, I didn't know this. There's a certain order on that second level where it has the pits that you have to collect things, and there's some spots where it doesn't indicate this, where you just have to stand still, and it drops the orbs that you need. And it's ridiculous because there's no indication in the game that those are the things you need
Oh,
to do.
so like Metroid.
Wow.
Metroid's the exact same
Yes, yes, exactly. That's why Time Lord sucks.
I would say the most disappointing game I've ever played. I actually got it from Dave a while back. Infinite Space on DS.
Oh yeah.
That game sucks.
Oh, I had Infinite Space on
so
DS.
bad.
It's like get close, go away, forward,
Yeah,
back.
it's-
I don't know. It was depressing.
I wanted it because it was rare and it was a space game and it looked cool. When I booted it up, I was like, I'm selling it.
All right, Samantha.
Make Tony do it.
All right, Tony.
Tony's turn. They're in the back.
Worst game ever though.
Saturn mode
Tell-
or arcade?
hey
Saturn
Joe,
mode,
what did you?
Saturn mode.
What was your worst game ever?
Amagon's pretty bad.
Amagon?
Amagon on the NES.
Amagon, isn't that the Lord of the Rings? place?
Isn't that made by Sammy?
No, that
Yeah, I think it is a Sammy game. Amagon or
It just clicked. after
I
a second.
really don't like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms or whatever those games. But
Like
I understand why people do like them. They're just not my style.
So in all realism, I think the games that I hate the most are probably
MTV's Videomation.
no. I'm gonna name the top 4. Y'all ready?
Yes.
So I'm gonna say Persona, Simpsons Hit and Run,
what?
Katamari, and Image Fight.
So games 3 out of the 4 you never played.
Yeah.
I've played all of those games.
You have not
Never
played The
played
Simpsons.
Persona.
That game is
Yeah.
so good.
So those are the worst games of all time.
Why do you like to hurt me?
I literally named all of y'all's favorite games.
Pretty much.
Katamari, Persona, Simpsons Hit and Run, and then, Joe's got a thing for Image Fight.
Captain
I
Skyhawk.
guess. Yeah. He's just
And Captain Skyhawk, yeah.
Skyhawk is the worst.
It's funny you say Image Fight because I actually don't like that game.
Oh, you don't know him, Brody. Super Mario Brothers 2.
Worst game.
Log off.
Excuse
like it.
me?
Log off.
Space Marauder is
Block,
pretty
block.
bad too. So, Space Marauder is bad if you play Barai Fighter first.
All right, most overrated game.
Stadium event.
Mario 3.
No! That's one of the
No.
greatest of all time.
That's my point. Y'all were like, greatest of all time, Mario 3.
That's
greatest
like
of
the
all
you
most
played it for-
well-balanced
you played it for
platformer
2
of all
minutes.
It's
time.
not that great.
It actually, you played it for 2
Smash.
minutes.
I was gonna say that.
Smash. No, Melee is not overrated.
I
A little.
I love Melee,
Just a touch.
but I will make fun of all the Melee kids out there because y'all smell bad.
oh my god.
Okay.
Am I wrong? Smell yourself and tell me
Samson-
you smell good.
Samson's overrated.
Salmon
Little Samson is a good game.
It's a good game, but I think it's overrated.
Not a fan.
It's the best platformer on the NES.
No, Super
but
Mario 3.
Super
Banana
Mario 3.
Princess.
Super Mario 3 was.
I am Banana Prince. I'm telling you, that game's
There's a
good,
lot. There's a lot of novelty to Banana Prince,
but it's a good game.
but like I hate to just jump on that hype because yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's rare.
Nate says to hell with us. Original Smash was great.
It's
Well, I said Melee.
overrated. We said
Melee.
overrated.
It's good.
I'm not saying it's a bad game.
It's just
It's
overrated.
a great party
Yeah, I'm
game.
not saying that Mario 3 is bad. I'm saying it is given too much credit.
I mean, I could see that.
Underrated games.
To me, I can't think of a good
Underrated
platformer.
games?
Yeah.
Monster Party is underrated.
You know I'm going to say
I would
Rainbow
agree with that,
Islands.
Tony.
Rainbow Islands
Wait,
is a
what?
great game.
It's underrated.
I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
How about
Sonic Shuffle.
Blitz.
it's not underrated?
I think
What's-
everyone loves
yeah,
Blitz.
Blitz
Everybody
is not
loves
underrated at
Blitz. You
all.
bring up Blitz.
That's still underrated.
I feel like Yoshi's Island doesn't get enough notoriety.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
that's fair.
Monster Rancher.
So my list of underrated games.
Oh,
would-
overrated Pokemon. I'd have to say that. I'm sorry. I love the series, but it's
Get
definitely
out.
overrated.
Do you want
I'm
to
going-
die?
I'm going to agree with Tony. Now follow me here.
Okay.
All right, follow me. Everybody's listening.
Okay.
So red, blue, gold, silver, yellow, amazing, not overrated.
I agree.
The fact that you like the rest of the games, you're just saying that because maybe you feel loyal to the brand.
Oh no.
Because the rest of the games are not good.
No, I would say after Diamond and Pearl, it really went down.
So I think I didn't put enough time into X. However,
I heard those ones.
that one
X
looks.
and Y are awful.
I think that X and Y actually brings something to the table that some of the other ones didn't, and it changed the dynamic. So I think they're good in their own regard.
The reason I hated X and Y was it was way too easy.
There's one of them somewhere around here.
'Cause I played.
Is it that color?
I think so.
I've played every single generation. That one's probably the worst to me.
What about Sun and Moon?
Sun and Moon are actually really, really good. They're probably, I'd say, my third favorite generation. Gold, silver, red, blue, Sun and Moon.
I
I've-
still have a sealed copy of Moon that I'd never opened.
So yeah. So that, I don't think that Pokemon is underrated or overrated.
It's just rated.
It's just rated, man.
I mean, obviously, anybody watching, these are our opinions.
These are not opinions. These are facts.
What's gas? See?
RPGs are overrated. Final Fantasy VII is overrated.
Seven.
Yes.
So I can't-
Greatest
I can't say.
arcade cabinet of all time. Sega's Time Traveler.
Centipede.
NFL Blitz.
Monkey Ball Arcade.
Or the widescreen, or the
Yeah, it's got a-
widescreen X-Men.
So basically,
How
it's
about
just how-
Hydro Thunder?
It's just how the first.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
Super Monkey
Jesus.
Ball
Hydro
plays, like, on
Thunders.
the GameCube, except you use a banana joystick on the arcade machine.
Banana joystick. Yeah.
It was awesome.
That's neat.
That might be something
I
else.
want one in my house one day.
A what?
A Super Monkey Ball arcade cabinet. It plays just like the first game that came out on the GameCube.
You know what games are underrated that I don't see anybody looking for anymore? Is Ridge Racer.
They're coming out with a new one, aren't they?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Namco Quick and Crash.
All right, so the
That was
most
a good one.
underrated game of all time is obviously Kingdoms of Amalur.
Obviously.
Todd McFarlane did the
Max
artwork.
Payne.
Ken Ralston did the writing, and
Max
he's a New
Payne.
York Times bestseller.
Max
What
Payne.
are we talking about?
Arkanoid is a fantastic arcade cabinet, but Tempest is better. Fight me, Clint.
Quick's probably the best arcade cabinet in the history of time.
Quicks
ever.
is up there.
Oh, God. Bison.
This is good.
Have y'all seen that Quicks has jumped?
Cruising
Yeah.
USA.
I bought that beast for like $10. I don't know how long ago.
The NES one?
Yeah.
It's what, like 50 now?
I don't know.
Polybius?
Polybius.
So, I love how this game's called Daytona, but I don't think we raced at Daytona at all.
The first level was Daytona.
No, it was not Daytona
Oh,
Speedway.
was it?
No.
It was a
My
tryover.
car is like about to fall apart.
And look at it just bebopping around. It's like a cartoon.
Like
Doot, doot,
nuts.
doot, doot, doot.
Like you didn't get your tires
That's
rotated.
It looks like Stunt Race.
So yeah, I would say that
Oh!
Kingdom of Amalur are probably
Oh.
the most underrated game. of all time.
Overrated game. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Yes.
Wait,
Is that overrated though?
Over.
'Cause I don't think.
I feel like
Overrated.
Ocarina of
Ocarina
Time
of
is
Time.
is overrated.
No, it's not.
all of the Zeldas are overrated.
You have
That I
played it,
wholeheartedly
though.
agree with.
Crusader of Sinti is the best Zelda.
I will say the most
Wow.
underrated.
I don't
most
think I'm
underrated
missing a
Zelda
tire.
most underrated Zelda games are
Can't control it.
the two of them on the game. I think it's the blue card and that other card.
Oracle of Ages and
Yellow
Uncles of
card.
Seasons. Those
Yeah.
are Game Boy Color.
Yeah, and then there is the Minish Cap. Those three.
Minish
are
Cap's
All right, so they say
the
the Minish
only
Cap
ones
is
I
one of
think
the
are
best.
underrated.
I can agree with that. I didn't finish it, but playing it, I would say it's good.
My top 3 underrated are those 3 Legend of Zelda.
I think Phantom Hourglass is good.
I think
yeah.
David
And
Michael-
Spirit
I think
Tracks.
David Michael would agree with me that the best one is the yellow card.
The mustard game.
Dumb.
Oh,
How about
You're going so
I would say Earth Defense Force on Super Nintendo is underrated. It's cheap, but it's a great shmup. I don't see why it
Earth
is.
Defense Force is good, and then also UN Squadron.
Banjo game.
Banjo game.
Yeah,
But Banjo,
Phalanx.
didn't Banjo game jump?
I don't think it's that high. Banjo game on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that's a
I think it's
random
up
one.
there.
It's on Game Boy Advance?
Yeah.
I found it. I
Really?
just happened to see it on eBay, and I was like, oh, hey guys, you know this existed?
Is it expensive?
Yeah, Link's Awakening is another one of the
Yeah.
best
Oh,
Zelda
it's not
games. The
terrible.
one on the OG Game Boy.
So,
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance
It's
game?
like there's Zelda DX and
Wait,
then
what's the Game Boy Advance
Yeah.
game?
Phalanx?
Phallus.
But it doesn't have a banjo on the front.
Fatless.
Oh, well, then that's. You say it loses flavor?
Yeah.
What loses flavor?
Phalanx with no banjo guy on the front.
You want to know something sad? I still haven't played that game.
It's
Banjo
good.
game is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Clint agrees that Earth Defense Force is good.
It is. Why there's not enough hype behind that game, and that upsets me.
Well, I think people don't understand what it is. Like, they see the cart and they just think it's some cheap, like, random game.
Alright, so I've got a question. So what console do you think is going to start being collectible, or already is collectible?
Original
First person.
Xbox.
There we go.
Original Xbox all day.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry. I'm trying
What's the next console that's going to be, like, collectible, or what should people start collecting for now?
to... 3DO.
Neo Geo Pocket Color.
The Wonder Swan.
Yeah.
As someone who owns lots of games for both the Wonder Swan and the Neo Geo Pocket Color, the Neo Geo Pocket Color is superior.
Proud of you.
I do not own one anymore.
Clint says Wii U.
Yeah.
I think the Wii U might be Nintendo's
Good luck
Dreamcast.
Good luck finding that Hello Kitty game.
Yeah, the Hello Kitty game is gone.
It's like a $300 to $400 game.
Is it really that high?
It's way up there.
What about consoles that are overrated?
Mm,
SNES.
No.
no.
It's
Yeah.
the
Sega
greatest
Genesis.
console ever made.
Sega Genesis is most underrated.
I think it's overrated.
I think it is overrated.
What? All of you suck. for-
Here's a problem I have with the
40
Genesis.
buttons.
I can't think of a game that is exclusive to the Genesis that makes me want to go out and like acquire a Genesis, hook it up, and I'm like,
Altered Beast, Streets of Rage,
I don't like
Sonic.
those games.
I mean, there's a lot.
I
Vector
appreciate-
Man,
Don't get me wrong, Vector Man's cool.
Clone Wars.
Don't get me wrong, I
Shmup that you fixed. What's it called?
Grindstormer. Grindstormer might be the only one.
Doom
It was a
Troopers.
pleasant
Doom Troopers was also on SNES.
Yeah, but it wasn't as good.
The Dave says Neo Geo CD.
As underrated, overrated.
Underrated.
Who has one of those?
Speaking of which,
It
don't
is.
know if
It.
it's
guess what Daniel brought back from Japan?
A Neo Geo CD.
A boatload of Neo Geo CD games.
Oh, Daniel, need to get a hold of your boy.
I told him, brand new, never opened.
Tell him to get a hold of his boy. I will unload some dollars on his ass.
I think there are good games on Genesis. I just don't think-
I feel like it's not worth that.
There's nothing that really draws me in on it.
All right, so let's talk about that. We get Mortal Kombat with blood.
That's just, no.
The heart and soul of Mortal Kombat
Wait, what game
is
did
the
you
blood.
put in?
No, it's not. It's the fighting.
What game did you put in?
No, it's the fact
this
that it's
one?
grotesque.
Dark Knight Conflict. This might be an example of a very bad game that EA made on the Saturn.
It's the greatest game of all time. Loading.
Yeah, me and the Aubrey Plaza chick,
Yeah, I'm
would-
into that guy.
we would make a great couple.
Well, good, because they just met tonight.
I think they're hitting it off pretty well.
We met tonight. We're already engaged.
We're roommates.
We're playing in German.
No. Oh.
Let's
No.
gird.
But I just.
Nudes, please.
Oh. Another good game on the Genesis that I like, that I think is underrated on the Genesis, is Insector X.
I haven't played that.
We've got a copy over there.
So yeah, back to games that are exclusive to the Genesis. I mean, I hit you with a bunch of good ones.
No, I'm not denying that they're good games.
Yeah, but I mean, Golden Axe.
I do.
Well, okay, here's the deal. When you think about, like, Nintendo,
Shining Force.
The Jaeger bomb.
I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Is Dave watching? Dave, what do you think of Shining Force?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Way to go,
I
Dylan.
could be there in 20 minutes.
Sam and I are going to get married live on stream.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Isn't the Dave an ordained pastor?
Yeah, that's what he just
Yeah,
said.
He just said
Attaboy.
he can be there in 20 to perform your wedding.
No, I'm the first person.
I don't want to go.
To our wedding?
Yeah,
Why?
but I want to go to the reception.
You don't get to go to the reception unless you like.
Soul Dees.
Sol D, Sol Feast.
Oh, you know what I found at the house the other day? Lightning Force 3.
Wormhole.
Thunder Force 3.
Thunder Force 3. Lightning Force, whatever. They're the same damn game.
Lightning Force is Thunder Force 5.
All right.
Or Thunder Force 4. Thunder Force 4 is Lightning Force.
Oh, I'm supposed to be.
Well, I have a Thunder Force game at the house.
I do too.
I also realized my copy of Arrow Flash is complete in box, and I'm very happy about that.
First person.
I just realized that my copy of Tempo is super minty and none of you have one.
You're welcome.
Nobody likes the
No one
32X.
cares but you.
Yeah, but you know what's great about
Talk
Tempo?
about garbage consoles.
Tempo's
Oh,
made by
yeah.
the same people that made Bonk. The same team.
I'm shooting my.
Sam,
It's true.
why do you want to hurt me this
Oh,
way?
you know what? I was about to say I don't like beat 'em ups, but I played one last night that I really enjoyed. It was Knights
Final
of,
Fight?
Knights of the Round.
Dude, that's the game I've been trying to get.
I know, me too, for years.
Where'd you get it?
Ah!
I didn't play a physical copy.
You suck.
Oh, guys, just random. I want to throw this
How
out
long
there
has Tony been in the bathroom?
because we just got a high bid. We're having an auction.
Oh, we're auctioning off a
We're
PS1.
auctioning off the
me get it.
sickest PS1 ever made, and the proceeds go towards helping us make Emerald Coast Con the best it can be. So
Which isn't really that good,
I
but
know we're trying to make it better,
All
all right?
we need is $20.
We're up to 32 now, so you know
Oh,
if you want to bid,
that'll pay for parking.
yeah. On the RadJunk page, it's a pinned post. If you guys want to make a
is it
bid,
bad or good?
help us make ECC good, then in turn we better the lives of people with developmental disabilities.
Jaeger.
Everybody wins. So check that out. Chain wallet's not included, but you know you can wear your Jinkos and like listen to Limp Bizkit while you play it.
So,
Yeah.
this
Take it to the Matthews
is
Bridge.
the PS1 that we're auctioning off.
I wanna get in on some of
It's
this.
got a
Open it up.
sweet...
The flames are also inside, as you can see.
That's-
It's a fire inside.
All right. There is a skull on the power button,
It does come with hookups and a controller. It's fully functioning.
a Soul
controller
Calibur
doesn't match,
inspired
though, it's just
eye
standard.
on the reset button.
A-
I feel. What is that TV show that like they always sell stuff on HD TV?
QVC
QVC?
or Home Shopping Network, HSN.
The Game Shopping Network.
Or this is the.
This is GSN.
So this is a little bomb down there. Looks good. Actually,
The bomb is very, very detailed. Like it's
it's pretty. The whole thing is cool. I mean, if y'all remember Butt Rock and parachute pants and
If you're a fan of Guy Fieri,
like yeah.
Guy Fieri or Jinkos.
So there's fire on the back too. They didn't. They spared no expense with what are these like gel markers? I don't know.
Is the blue supposed to be like masking tape and they just left it on, or is it actual paint?
No, it's
think
gel
it's a-
markers. It's all.
But yeah, we're auctioning this off for charity.
Bro, are those some like
So
pixel
go bid.
boobs?
Now, talking about underrated consoles, right? I found something else while I went to go grab the PS1 that I have to show off as an underrated console. And
Bro.
it's the Atari Jaguar, aka the toilet.
wait, am I plugged in?
This is
It's
a
whatever you
fantastic
want it to be.
console. Everyone should own one. Buy all the games. The best version of Alien vs Predator is on this, and Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah, they're all Doom. Every game is Doom.
All Doom. This came from Game Exchange of Antioch.
Let's see if you can move.
guess I accidentally picked this. Oh,
What the heck?
Cheap.
Get up.
Is this Battle Arena Toshinden?
Yes.
So this is actually a variant of the game that has more characters and more costumes.
Does the PS1 come with hookups and a controller?
It does.
It does.
Fully functioning
The
controller
doesn't
hookups.
match, though.
Mm-hmm.
I will hand paint you a controller.
Ooh, that's big.
Yes.
Looks like an old.
Are you like old Wolverine? Like
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Get up.
Am I wrong?
what?
Whoa.
No.
Oh yeah, spam.
Yeah. When we got this in, it actually had a Smash Mouth CD in it. I think it was Astro Lounge.
Astro Lounge, yeah.
What is Astro Lounge?
That's their best CD, with All-Star and everything on it.
Yeah. Came with a CD case that also had Chumbawamba, Hybrid Theory, Limp Bizkit, Mushroom Head.
And
Fir-
the Slim Shady LP.
The Slim Shady LP was.
Slim
Slim
Spice
Shady?
Girls was in there. What else was in that CD case?
Frosted Tip Kit.
Hanson.
Hanson was in there. Yeah. Disturbed's first album was in there.
I just posted a link in the chat for the PS1 auction if you guys are interested in taking a look at it. It's got a great description that Sam wrote.
I didn't know they made this on PS1.
It's
That's
just
a
as
bad game.
It's just as bad. It's a very
Why
bad
are we
game.
playing this when we have Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3?
Because, oh, I think it had it back.
Tony is a rank little man.
My apologies.
Like Todd might pass out in the bathroom.
I'm gonna not push any
So
buttons.
Tony, what would you bid on this PlayStation if you weren't a broke college student?
Well,
How
judging
much
by
do
the
you want to help people, Tony?
He doesn't.
That's a guilt-loaded question. So $60.
gosh, it smells like burning tires and diapers.
You know what's great about this though?
It's
Be
angry.
Ron.
He drew little like screws near the PlayStation emblem, so it looks like it's bolted to the flames.
Wow.
Oh.
To the fire and flames.
Ooh.
God, get up! Get up, Ron. Ooh,
Ron?
that's what her name is.
Oh.
Not him.
Runco.
All right.
What game is this?
It's,
Battle Arena Toshinden Ultra
Oh.
Revenge
God, get up.
something.
wow, there's so many, like, what is this? Nice. Oh, God. It's terrible.
No, there's like 14 pixels.
Get up.
Is that Johnny Bravo?
I'm good at a fighting game.
It sucks that this game's not good at being a fighting game.
Why are you guys playing this? We have Fighters, Mega Mix, and freaking Mortal Kombat.
I
Because
just
we're
said
just
that.
showing people how bad
How
the
bad
Saturn.
Saturn can truly be.
Wasn't this also on PlayStation?
Because I think we would be doing you a disservice if we only played good games.
Get up.
True.
Yeah.
I really do think Battle Arena Toshinden was also on PlayStation. I think it was a launch title.
I think you're right.
If
Yeah, it was.
it's
Wasn't it a big box?
How do I
Yeah.
do this overdrive?
was?
What?
This was.
Ugh.
Ugh.
This game's broken.
This game is broken.
What the heck
What
is
is
this?
going on?
Hey, buddy. Woo.
Hey!
Oh, I thought I picked a dude.
That's like a butch truck driver or something. No, it's a guy.
Alright, who's next? Against
Guile with
the champion Dylan.
it. Yeah, who wants some in
I don't want any more.
Toshinden game?
All right, I'm gonna be this dude.
I'm gonna stick with old Rongo.
Oh, Rungo. I thought it was Runco.
Ronco, like Ron Popeil's company that makes rotisseries and spray-on hair products.
Yeah. It's Ronco versus Ron.
Or the dehydrator.
This game's terrible. It's so delayed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
And it takes them forever to get off the ground.
And I'm dying
I
immediately.
love like 3D fighting games where it has 2D sprites for like the hits, like all that dust and whatnot.
Yeah, so you hit the button and the game decides whether or not it wants to. This is bad. I better win just so I don't see that again. Get up already. It won't.
Why are you guys jumping like 27 feet into the air? Like,
All right, next weekend, Battle Arena Toshinden tournament at RadJunk. Saturday, 5 p.m.
I didn't realize how expensive the original Persona was.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm done with this game.
yeah.
This game.
Wait. Okay. Okay, that was a little feminine.
Ooh, yeah, that was rough.
Great game.
Wow.
Come pick this up at your local RadJunk.
Or dumpster. I'm sure it's in there.
What's next?
We got NBA Jam and Need for Speed left.
Need for Speed.
Let's play Need for Speed.
Absolutely.
We played NBA Jam on every console that ever existed.
Yeah, Sam, go grab one more random game that we can throw in after Need for Speed.
Okay.
Okay.
Antique Roadshow, Dave. That is exactly what I was.
You're
thinking
grabbing
when he was
beef?
Doing his little presentation.
Oh,
Beef.
I thought D was like an RPG.
No, how about you grab Mist?
No.
Mist.
The Jaguar stream will be. I don't know.
Do we
Should
have
we
Jaguar?
do? Yeah, we
We
just
should.
showed
We got a
off
good.
the
We got
Jaguar.
a good little collection of Jaguar games over there. We got Raiden.
Next week is the Virtual Boy.
We did get a sealed copy of Jack Bros in
Yeah, I'm
the Japanese
gonna be
version.
taking that home.
It's fantastic.
What is it?
Don't know what it is. Sounds cool.
It's the
Oh.
Dark Souls of games.
Kind of like Darkstalkers 3, where you have the sprite editor, where you can color everybody to look like they're not wearing clothes.
Actually, I want to race Joe. Joe hasn't been playing games tonight.
No, I've been talking. Hold this. Keep it safe.
Or don't. It's whatever.
I'm bad at games. As everybody sees that watches my Twitch. Twitch.tv/RadJunk.
What did I put in?
Dave, we actually have all of those games.
What
I don't think we have.
Alien vs. Predator, Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, and Tempest on Jaguar.
I sold Alien vs. Predator.
Oh,
Play
boo.
Tempest on PS1.
We did. I took it home.
EA. It's an EA game,
It's
guys.
an EA game.
It's in the game.
Head to head. What are you doing?
Why gotta run with all these
Ooh, Viper.
racers?
Is this when it was still called Road and Tracks Need for Speed?
Yeah.
The Need for Speed is what it's called.
Yeah, but it was like by
Road and Track.
Track.
Yeah.
How do I pick a car?
I think I'm gonna go with the ZR1.
No, give the Viper.
The
No.
Diablo.
Yes.
What? Why? Oh, opponent. What?
Viper.
So we get to pick who we're racing against?
The
The
pack.
pack?
The Ferrari,
Ooh.
it's gonna catch fire.
Should pick a Supra.
Yeah, we're racing against the Supra.
How do I go? Hey, I used to have those wheels.
No, you didn't. Those
On
are
my
ZR1 wheels. They're all, you know.
The 10th anniversary edition wheels were the same ones.
No, there's nothing is
They're
the
called
same.
salad shooters.
That game, that guy, oh god, LT5 I think is what the name of that motor was. It was a dual overhead cam V8. Why aren't we going?
Your manual.
How do I go?
You're in neutral.
I know. How do I shift gears?
R.
I didn't know it had an R trigger. So this game is
So
Underground is better.
fourth gear, you're at 140 miles per hour.
It's accurate, bro.
yeah, it's Diablo.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in a Diablo.
I am.
I'm in a ZR1. Get out of my way. Dude, this guy's being a jerk.
Tell him.
The handling is superb in this game.
It's a little too good because I feel like I should be like, the chassis unsettling it. Boom. Am I racing against just Supras?
Oh, he
Yeah.
flew right by you.
That's really weird.
What position am I
guess
in?
That's why you picked like the pack, so that it's everyone.
I'm in a freaking Diablo.
Diabler.
A Diabler.
It's fifth gear as high as it'll go.
In real life, I think the ZR1 would dust the Diablo.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it would.
It's a Lamborghini.
Hamburgini. Hamburglar. Lamburglar.
Whoa. Wow.
Get out of my way, Todd.
Oh, did he clip him? Clipped him.
Got 'em.
Wait, why'd we have to shift? I chose auto.
So to everybody listening, what's the best racing game to you?
This one.
Need for Speed Pro Street.
I'm gonna go Underground.
Midnight Club LA remix.
Other than that, Forza.
Bro, what the
What?
heck?
Why?
Did y'all win?
Oh, wait, we finished the race.
Oh, I got
Good
scared.
job, guys.
So, who won?
You did, I think.
Oh, huh.
Even after sitting at the starting line for 2
I know.
I also picked the slowest car, apparently, according to these.
I did
statistics.
202
Damn,
miles
we
an
actually
hour.
played Clockwork Night earlier on the stream.
Yeah, it was the second game we played.
Yeah, you missed it.
I missed it.
And it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, 5.2.
Best racing
0 to
game,
60.
though, like Crash Team Racing. Does that count?
Really?
It's pretty good. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's better than Mario.
512 TR.
Mario Kart is
Sorry,
definitely
Mario
it's
Kart
cool.
Double Dash. That's the one.
Oh, dude, check it out.
I think of other racing games that actually played.
What are those?
I did put a lot of time into Need for Speed
HDMI.
Underground though.
Hold on, we're going to go with the pack.
What it is.
No,
Probably.
Need for Speed Underground is good.
And look how many are sold.
I know.
Trying to think
I
of
never
what
really
else.
was big into that.
I wonder if that's going to be tough to solder.
So how do you go forward again?
R trigger at the beginning and then A.
But, so that's why I'm. going
Was
with
yours
Mario
automatic or
Kart.
did you have to shift every time?
Cruising USA.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
World.
That won't
Okay.
click in. You
And
got to
if you
solder.
consider Hydro Thunder
Maybe like
racing
underneath.
with your racing boats.
Diddy Kong
Forza.
Racing.
Forza was the greatest racing game
Yeah,
of
you
the
can race
history of
airplanes
games.
in that one?
I don't like the triggers on this one.
NHRA.
No, that's way too stupid.
Wait, is that the one that you guys were doing the drag racing?
Yes, where they
You know,
spent
there's a sequel.
4 hours.
There's a
building
second
it.
one on the PS2.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Probably on the Xbox.
Can you blow the motor in this game?
No.
They just
The Ferrari
downshift
catches
it
fire.
first.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was really good as well.
Oh yeah,
I never
that's
played.
good.
I don't think I played that.
That's when they were still kind of like this, but the cops chased you. Hot Pursuit 2 was fantastic.
Yeah, me and my brother played a lot of that game.
What car did you pick?
We both chose Vipers.
Yeah.
You're in a
Are you
Viper?
Also
Yep.
racing against Vipers?
No, I put the pack
Uh,
this time. I don't know what that is.
I think it's
that's
just a
probably
random.
like one of each.
I don't know.
I mean, this game isn't bad for a Saturn racing game.
Yeah,
It doesn't look.
it's better than Sonic R.
Cruising World's
Yeah.
better. Or Cruising USA.
That wasn't on the Saturn.
I know,
Cruising
but
for a
the
breeze.
64 version of Cruising USA is better.
The Super won't get out of the way.
Can you run him off the road? Is that an option?
Does this car only go 160?
Ooh.
Oh, not anymore.
I think Todd and I hit the same guardrail.
Mm-hmm.
Took out that Porsche.
Stupid 993
Dan
Carrera.
says, I love games where they shrink you down into a kid's room and there's toys, like that one game on Dreamcast.
Toy Commander.
Who
Toy
said that?
Commander.
Toy Commander.
Dan James.
Mm.
Um,
I thought you said damn James.
Gosh dang it, James. Why'd you have to do that?
Yeah. Toy Story on. Super
No,
Nintendo
bad
was good.
game.
Army
No,
Men.
it's not.
Army Men.
Army Men's good.
Yeah, Army Men.
Did you guys ever play Company of Heroes?
No.
No.
Strategy game. Very good.
What about Small Soldiers?
I did play that game a lot on PS1.
Don't you mean Tiny Troops?
That's goofy.
It's a good game. That's a great game
Yeah.
on SNES.
So this car doesn't handle very well.
No, it handles awfully just like a real Viper.
Oh, what about Monsters in My Pocket?
That game's good.
Yeah.
How about
Played that
Pocket
on-
Monsters?
Overrated, apparently.
Shrink down the ball and put it in your pocket.
What are you talking about, Dylan?
Yeah, the little buggy ball.
Dylan, are you okay?
No, I'm not. My eyes are burning from watching this race.
Garbage.
Ooh.
We're 1-1. 1-1.
We'll leave it there.
Yep.
Let you decide.
Yeah, Dan, if you've never played Monsters in My Pocket on NES, solid.
Next game.
All right.
Next game.
Last game of the night.
Night Warriors.
Night Warriors. So this is the after hours version of RadJunk.
Well, we started with Sexy Parodius.
Yeah, we can
But now I'm going to play shirtless while eating barbecue.
rub the pizza on your chest.
Oh, can you hand me a slice?
Supreme Todd.
Not if you're gonna rub it
Todd Supreme. That could be your kid's middle name is Supreme.
on. Ooh.
Carter Supreme.
Put it in.
Carter Tabasco Sweet.
As far as she's concerned.
I'm just trying to
Ow.
Name your kid Howie.
box so that you could take a slice. And
Little Mayo. Little Mayo. I'm going to call your kid Little Mayo.
Or Tabasco Sweet.
We call him Sir Lancelot.
My dude.
This is a good pizza family.
Carter, my
Maybe
dude.
put his middle name is Clout.
Carter Clout.
Carter Clout.
Carter Clout. I like it.
Middle name Jaguar.
You have high cholesterol.
Whoa.
Ooh,
First name the, last name greatest.
this is gonna be
Like
good.
a
I can feel
Sprained ankle boy ain't none to
it. It's
play
probably
with.
too deep.
Janet already put her foot
Yeah,
down.
Janet
Oh, is this
says no.
Darkstalkers?
Janet shut that down.
No, it's
Shut
Night
what down?
Warriors.
All those middle names we just said.
I'm a werewolf. Is this?
It is Darkstalkers.
Twilight?
It says on the disc.
I just asked if it was, and he said no.
So,
Sucker
quick question.
for
Team
Team
Jacob,
Versus-
Team Edward.
Really? Arcade?
Versus?
Either?
My bad.
So I'm Team Edward.
What are we talking
Like
about?
Twilight?
Mm-hmm.
I'm team.
I'm team
Veronica.
not Twilight.
Team Veronica.
Who?
I'm team Hogwarts.
Are you Team Jacob, Team Edward?
I don't know what we're talking about.
From Twilight.
There's like a werewolf and a vampire.
I'm gonna choose the. I don't know.
Choose the Buddhist.
I don't think either of them.
I don't like Twilight.
This is a fighting game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Darkstalkers.
I've literally never heard of it.
Nate, if you're still watching, get Kenna to watch. This is her game.
Oh, I'm the mummy dude. What is that? Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, Beefy She's good.
She's my
Ooh, I know
fave.
what that is.
Cat lady.
That's a Japanese thing.
That's a Japanese thing. I want ramen.
Hey, you remember that Tony from Persona? The guy on the left? He's the one that repels physical attack.
Oh yeah.
Mitsurugi.
No, he's got the. I know what you're talking about.
Is that Voltorb?
No, that's the there's a ghost ground type that looks like that.
Your kid's middle name should be Janet.
I'm fighting a cat.
What are the worst Pokemon?
The chandelier Pokemon?
Diglett.
No, because we had this conversation the other day, Todd,
Yeah.
about like how
You
they're
think it's the
freaking-
chandelier Pokemon?
Get
Yeah,
off the
that's-
ground.
Why is that a Pokemon?
So I'm
It
act-
evolves from a lamp.
Oh,
Yeah, what's up now, Dylan?
So I'm gonna hit y'all with an original 151 Pokemon.
Well, you
That is the worst Pokemon.
better not.
Mr. Mime.
Porygon.
Agreed.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Vaporeon.
Vaporeon or not Vaporeon. What? Vaporeon is one of the greatest.
Dragonite.
Mewtwo.
Mew 3.
Cyber Sleuth.
That's not a
That guy's
Pokemon.
too slow.
That's one of the Digimans.
I liked Digimon as a kid.
You
Yeah, I
almost
like
said it.
Digimans.
Them Digimon.
My guy's too slow.
I don't like Jinx or Mr. Mime.
We're up to 15 watchers.
I don't like Eggplant Pokemon or whatever the thing was.
Executor and Execute.
Yeah.
You've got the Pokemon that's
Who's next?
Me.
just a Pokeball.
You're not gonna win.
Voltorb.
I'm picking somebody different.
Voltorb and Electro.
Oh,
Yes.
y'all remember Magnemite?
I don't like coughing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like
Well,
Rattata,
any of the
but then
poison
again-
ones are bad in the first series.
No, because some of these new gen Pokemon, they're just ridiculous.
Shrubbish.
Travis, yeah, the
They're
garbage-
trash bag
It's a
Pokemon.
garbage
What is
bag.
the like creepy, like dead looking Pikachu?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, it's the ghost and fairy type or something like that.
I have a pint glass with it on it, but
And what about
I got it because it was
It's like Maramitu.
kind of derpy looking.
There's an ice cream cone.
Yeah, that.
Oh yeah.
So dumb.
And a chandelier.
What
Isn't
is
there
my
like a
guy
clock, too?
doing? Okay, these are the stupidest fighting moves.
And there's
I've ever seen.
Pokemon that's just some gears.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that. Oh, what about the?
Why did you
I
pause?
didn't.
Pokemon was good
Stop.
up until Gen 4.
What about the key ring? There's a key ring Pokemon.
What?
After Gen 4, it was bad.
I honestly don't know.
Or I know, after Gen
what
5.
moves I'm supposed to be doing.
No, Gen 4. Gen 4.
You hit me from 40 feet away.
Yeah, because I'm a cat. Jiggle effects.
Oh my god.
She's kind of a provocative cat. Probably got them feline aids.
Ooh.
We played Sexy Parodius earlier, so it's not gonna get much worse.
We need to do a RadJunk After Dark stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't think we do.
I think we do. I'll do it shirtless.
No, why do you want to get shirtless on camera all the
Everyone
time?
Plumbers wear ties.
I hear there's money.
Next, please.
All right, it's me.
I
See
hope
if I can beat everybody at the table.
This game's
Well, because Felicia's OP, but that's okay.
She's not OP.
she's
Hold it.
definitely
If you won, she was probably OP.
from what I've seen, she's OP.
Yeah, she's OP.
Sam,
Other
who
guys
beat Darkstalkers 3 for you the other night when you failed at the last level?
The other guys are just LP.
No response, huh?
I'm gonna be the Sasquatch.
The Sasquatch. You watch it be like sassy. The Sasquatch.
What are you doing? Put your 4 stars.
Whoa, he looks weird.
He's like, oh no, girl. Because he's Sasquatch. He's sassy.
You need to go home.
Josh, if you're watching, that's what you would look like, is Sasquatch. That's your fighting game character.
Just throw some Akuma beads on it. Wow.
Wow.
Ah,
Oh man,
Comes back with a vengeance.
just beat that cat,
trying.
Sam.
I'm trying.
Somebody needs to come.
Ah,
Oh,
no!
wow.
Do it again. Oh my gosh. That's what I do to Janet when I come home and the house isn't clean.
Slam her on her head and call it a special move.
Yes.
Fatality.
Yeah.
Are you just flicking?
Yeah,
Is that what your guys doing?
just licking the cat.
No,
Like all these-
bad.
Can you? Boo!
Oh.
No!
Call that the Janet slam.
The Jan Slam.
With the baby.
Yeah, with the baby. It's getting harder. No. Don't worry, she fell on her stomach.
Oh,
Ah.
For the cushion, obviously.
All right,
Next.
Tony's turn.
All right.
Yes.
No, I'll play him.
Or Todd.
I'm gonna.
yeah, that cat lady's OP.
Janet gave you the flat emoji face.
That's my favorite emoji face.
Me
by the way.
too.
I use that one all the time.
I like the emoji.
Oh, actually, I use that one. It's got that face, but regular eyes, kind of like you're just doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know the one I always use.
That's
I
the
like
one.
the one with the flat line face and like the raised eyebrow. I've been using that one a lot.
What's the difference?
I do normal.
I'm doing automatic.
You don't have to shift gears.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, what are you doing? 4. 4.
Goes down to 3.
Guy from Castlevania.
Is it?
Donovan Belmont.
So I finally played Castlevania 1.
And
I got to the second to last boss, and I played that for 2 hours and then quit.
I'm a little concerned that like this dude's crotch is only covered by 1 string.
That's all he needs. He's a minimalist.
Why are you looking at me?
I mean, I'm just.
What did Todd set his handicap at?
4.
I really don't think he did.
He did.
No,
I did.
He did.
You gonna shut up now? You gonna shut up now? Oh, get it! Oh, what?
How's your Hadouken?
God.
Oh, come on.
Kick that cat.
Yeah.
Donovan wins. That's his name.
Donovan McNabb.
Donovan McNabb. Yeah, he was like he was in the NBA for a little while.
God, that thing takes a lot of health. That dude might be OP.
Yeah, that dude's a little OP, just a bit.
No, I'm just way better than him.
What's that? Took away his jump thing. Oh, one more hit.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Ah.
wait, you're not done.
He threw down the controller too quick.
Oh, that'll finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. You thought you were good for like 20
This
seconds.
was a good game.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
Another one?
Let's do it. I wasn't even trying hard, man. He was sweating.
Ron says the squad is here.
Who's wrong?
Oh, Ron Wiggins. Squaw.
Who's wrong?
He's a salesman I worked with at Honda.
We got a lot of viewers right now.
All right.
What is that
Do the
demented
deer man.
bunny
Be the
in
deer
right
man.
corner? What?
Dear man.
Oh, it's Sasquatch. Okay, never mind.
All right.
Wait, why do you get a speed select?
He picked automatic.
No, but before that, it said turbo and normal.
I went to normal. Are you doing normal too?
No, you went to automatic.
No, there's speed selects is like turbo and then normal.
Mine didn't have that. It only had automatic and normal. And this
No,
time
that's the first selection.
No, that was
See how we're both auto?
my only selection.
Dang, I missed that.
No, you guys are both wrong. It's like in Soul Calibur how Nightmare has that giant sword. That's what's doing it for you right now.
Yeah.
And then Felicia's just really fast.
Maybe we just picked bad characters.
I think I did. Well, they were too big and cumbersome. Like they just move so slow.
Cucumbersome.
Yes.
It goes stop. That's check.
Oh no, I'm gonna lose this round because I'm not trying hard.
One thing I don't like about this particular Saturn
Get good.
controller compared
Get
to that
good.
one,
Triggers.
no, not the triggers, the D-pad.
Bro, look at Ron's profile pic.
Is that
It's
Hey, pay attention.
the starfish from.
Hey, I'm not gonna hit
what's
you,
his name?
but like,
Patrick? Yeah. Patrick would go.
look, I'm trying to give you a heads up, and you just come attacking me without me knowing.
Rich, I'm going to be on after this to do the deployment. Did you do that or did I?
No.
Why does that little kid keep running towards the action? I'm paying more attention to the background.
I mean, if you're seeing people fight in the street, are you gonna go and run away, or are you gonna watch it?
Depends. Is it at Walmart?
It's at Walmart, and it's over a
No, it's at
OP
Publix.
T-shirt.
It's at Publix.
People don't fight at Publix. They overpay at Publix.
What?
Ron, back me up. Publix is awesome.
Publix is good.
Pub subs.
They are the best.
Who
But, and they are cheap.
I
I'm
am not
nowhere
hit,
near it.
Neither am I.
But then you got that classy Walmart crowd. I mean, come on now. Sometimes they wear shoes.
Oh, he got
sometimes
me.
they don't.
Yeah, with that 6-hit combo.
Bro, I'm trying to earn that major clout. So you about to cop these hands. Family.
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting tore up this time.
That's just what happens, man.
That was a good lick.
You said it, Dylan.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about right now?
Oh, it's close. I think Todd does have some kind of edge.
Boom! Slide kick destruction. Welcome to the game, Joe.
I think Donovan might be able
Donovan's overpowered.
Oh, now Donovan's overpowered. I'm actually just better than
Play,
everybody
play.
ever at fighting games.
All right.
If you don't believe me, fight me.
Thanks, Amber.
I like Sam's new hair.
Don't worry, it'll be different next week.
Probably.
Probably.
Does somebody else want to play? I got a tinkle.
I want a rematch. I want to be Fish Dude.
Aquaman.
Who's this kid?
Should be Deer Guy.
Oh,
Oh no.
podcast is only on for 4 more
I
minutes.
thought he was a deer guy too. First time someone was like, "Oh, it's a family grew
All
up."
right. Me and Dylan have this last fight.
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing?
Yep.
What's good, RadJunk family? It's your boy T.
My brother's talking shit about the stream right now.
What?
Yeah. He doesn't like the way that we have our setup done.
Well, he can get over it.
David,
Yeah.
much like DX says, suck it.
Much like DMX says, move, bitch.
I like this guy. This guy's good. Maybe I got a little cocky.
Wow, David.
Good lord.
You're kind of a jerk.
No, he got
Got
me.
him.
Came back.
What?
If you're watching still, which I think you are on your TV at home.
Came up on that comeback.
Cop these hands. Yeah, I said that. They jealous. William Barnes says he was enjoying his remote that he bought.
Good.
Bro, Ronald, that profile pic. Bro.
Hey, you are just.
Hit our trigger.
Got him. All right.
So Tony's the best at games.
Ever of all time. Except for I whoop everybody.
So are we done with Saturn?
Yes.
Yep.
We're done for Saturn forever.
That's the only games that ever were released.
RadJunk will never
Played every
revisit
single
this console.
So what do you guys think about the Saturn?
Ain't that bad.
I think
I changed my mind a little
I
bit.
think
I
when
changed
it
my
comes
mind.
to 2D games, the Saturn excels.
Yeah.
And I think that there may be some 3D games out there that aren't that bad.
Get on the ground.
However, I think I would only want to play shooters and fighters on it.
I agree.
And a lot of people,
I
when
agree
they
too.
come in about this console, they talk more about the 3D stuff that was popular, and then we come back and play it, and it's not great. Because the 3D stuff on this console sucks.
Yeah, for the most part.
Sonic R was fantastic.
Sonic R was garbage.
No.
Yeah, that
So
Sonic
bad.
R was a
So
hot
bad.
mess of pixels.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that is why Sega did not survive.
Yeah, I mean that's not the only reason why. But
No, that's the reason. It was
this
also on.
console is kinda
Well,
why.
This console did not help things. Let's be honest.
No, and I think this console started Sega's like demise as far as hardware goes internally because they shut this one down early to bring out the Dreamcast.
Well, I mean, I honestly, I
then-
think it's gonna start with just all the add-ons to the Genesis, the Sega CD.
Yeah,
and
they
have
tried to
about 30
prolong its life too much.
the 32X and all
And
that.
the price point on this, the Saturn was $400 and the
Oh, yeah.
PS1 was $300.
But don't you remember what they did at E3? So they announced the price of the Saturn,
Yeah.
and then in Sony's press conference,
Yeah. Sony
Sony
said-
they got on the stage and they're just like $299,
Yep.
and then walked off.
So needless.
Well, because didn't Sony and Sega had a deal, right, that fell through?
I think they
Nintendo
made-
and Sony
I
had
know
a deal. that
Nintendo
fell
and-
They did, but then
But
I
believe Sony and
I think they were in talks. I don't know if
Sega
there was
did too.
actually anything concrete about their deal.
because I think it was like Sega of America was here for it, and then Sega of Japan said no, never mind. And then so Sony.
I think the fact of the matter is Sega was doing good with software. People liked the titles they had. The hardware was not successful for them.
I mean, look at this controller.
That controller right there. That's
the good one.
That's the good one from
This-
Japan.
This is
This-
incredibly
This is
cheap.
the American one. This is
the
But
American
this
one.
is
These
bad
controllers.
because there's just a freaking D-pad when everything else had analog sticks.
no, they didn't have analog sticks yet.
No, they
didn't.
PS1 did
No, they
not come
weren't.
out with
Yeah,
analog
PS1
sticks.
I know, but
The
later
PS1
on they
Slim
did.
was.
Yeah,
the
but
first to introduce
this came
this.
out in '95 or '94 when nothing had analog sticks.
To give you an idea,
The next year was when
the 32X came out in
64 came out in 95.
95 or '96, yeah.
I
think it was 96.
And that had an analog stick, but they didn't. It wasn't until later on in the PlayStation 1's life that they had dual analog sticks
Right.
with the DualShock.
I like the way this controller feels. I just don't like the triggers. I think it's pretty
Yeah,
cheap.
on this one, the American version, the first American version, I don't like the triggers or the D-pad shape on it.
Oh, the D-pad's terrible.
Well, that D-pad compared to that D-pad, I'd much rather play with the Japanese one.
I like this isn't bad for quarter turns, so if you're playing fighting games and all that, this is not that
The
bad.
only thing I don't
It's
like about this
curved.
one is the little nubs. Instead of actual like bars on the D-pad,
You can just put your thumb there and kind of rotate. That's what I like about it. You don't have to have like you remember.
it's
I'll show
almost
everybody.
too slick.
You remember when you're doing a Hadouken, say it's a Super Nintendo or something like that, and have the D-pad set up there, and you're constantly doing that, trying to get it done, right? I don't like that. It doesn't feel as good. See, this feels like you're kind of gyrating on the ball.
Yeah, but now feel
you know what I'm
the
saying. But,
Japanese
like-
one. It's got the same feel, but it has a little bit more indention to it.
I don't think it's that bad. I think there's too much hate on.
Toss me the Japanese one. Let's see. Yeah.
I think there's too much hate on the Dreamcast controller.
There's too much hate all around.
Dreamcast controller's bad.
Something just shocked the shit
But-
out of me.
Did you know that they made a Saturn controller for the PS1?
Yes.
They are stupid rare and stupid.
It was for
expensive, but
Darkstalkers, wasn't it?
Maybe.
But does it say Saturn on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has a PlayStation Plus. It's official.
Yeah, because I think it's for fighting games.
is.
I know they also make adapters for the Dreamcast for people to use Saturn controllers on that. So, I mean, a lot of people like the Saturn
As far as
controllers for
fighting games go, a lot of people like this controller because it's a first-party 6-button.
Right.
Fighting style controller.
The layout for fighting games is basically perfect. I mean, that's basically what all the arcade fighting controllers that they come out with look like.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Let me see it.
I mean, it just is the PlayStation logo under.
The
This one.
Sega logo, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like Sega made a third-party controller for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But they're
So would it be
super
first
rare
party or
and
third
expensive.
party, or would it be second party?
I think it'd be second party
second
because
party.
there's also a PlayStation logo on
Yeah.
there as well.
Is it purple? It looks purple.
Well, this one's the purple one.
You're the purple one.
Thank
How
you.
much are they? Does it say?
Look
They're
it up
like-
real quick.
I think they usually run about 150.
Are they that high now?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one on here that has multicolored buttons, and it has.
That's kinda cool.
$200.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of garbage.
but what's cool about the Saturn overall is there's a bunch of variants of the system between America and Japan, different colors, different manufacturers.
Yeah, 180, 200.
I think there are a lot of good games at a good entry price if you're looking at imports. The American games tend to be expensive for the good ones, but there's lots of mediocre games that aren't expensive. NBA Jam.
In my opinion, I wouldn't even waste your time with the U.S. version. I would just get the imported stuff because the 2D stuff just looks awesome. I kind of changed my mind about it a little bit.
Big Hurt Baseball is a good one. Just saying.
All right, I'm about to go to bed.
All right, guys.
No
So, thank you for watching tonight. We really appreciate it.
It's a good show, I think.
Well, it's a good show.
It's a good show.
We'll be back next week. I think. What are we gonna play next week? Probably original Xbox.
Original Xbox. I'm gonna bring some Painkiller.
I know we played original Xbox before, but we're gonna play some
We-
like not necessarily hidden gems, but just some games that you may not have heard of that are decent.
I got some.
And it's starting to get collectible, so might as well start.
But we need to do something so we can have soundtracks playing next week.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
I've been
Yeah.
thinking of
Um,
some talking points. that
We're
you
actually
can follow.
switching our streaming software. I've been using some new software at home when I stream on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/RadJunk. I stream retro games Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and then we'll be playing Sea of Thieves this week. If that comes out.
Or not. It's whatever.
We'll be playing it.
Maybe.
Arr, it comes out Tuesday.
Arr. I'm definitely gonna be looking for some booty.
But yeah, everybody, we'll see you next week. And don't forget to bid on our super sweet 90s PlayStation.
It could be yours.
Yeah. It
And
comes
you
with a
can help
copy of Hybrid
people-
Theory.
Help disabled people bid on it.
We will
But
throw
not
in a
just-
game if you win this.
Yeah, we'll just put it inside of it.
yeah.
I'll throw in a Smash
We'll
Mouth
give you
CD.
a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Everybody, have a good night.